myself, I conceited. Feeling 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 myself, I conceited. You never dated a chocolate bitch. You want a model bitch off of the internet. All that kiki and I ain't into that. All my mini me's, I invented that fact. Long ass weed flow down my back. I want a picture with a baseball bat. Hoes don't like when I talk like that. Please don't bark, cause Millie bite back. I puffin', I blow shit down. Stand up, bitch, hoe, go sit down. Put your ear on this coochie, hit his up shit down. I fuck one, boy, you old dick now. You got money cause you on dicks. Millie got millies cause Millie got hits. You pop pimples, hoe, I pop shit. You can talk like this when you're really that. Pop pimples, hoe, I pop shit. You can talk like this when you're really that.
Finally, freedom. And by freedom, I mean freedom from messing with things I don't want to mess with. How are you guys doing? Red Hood, me or Charlie? What's up, Edward Beaton Prez? Give me one second. Something has eaten the YouTube screen. Oh, caught the echo. IDK, how are you doing? I do love this song. I do love this a lot. Moon Surge, how are you? All right, let me close out the 500 folder thingy-mabobbers that I have open that just are not serving any purpose other than to give me a headache. Okay, there we go. We're going to be jumping into the game very early because it took me... Are there more echoes? Are they making more noise? Is there more? Grumpy, how are you doing? Okay. I was like, please not another thing. Please not another audio thing. Grumpy Ty, no, no. So you had to do the planning workshop? Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything's going to be fine. We're all good. We're all good. I have coffee. I have coffee. And it tastes like a coconut cream pie, and I'm happy. I am happy about this development. I'll just have to mess with the Rodecaster later. I'll just have to mess with it later. Oh, sweet Satan, I don't like that. If I were a glasses cloth, where would I be? Okay, I don't mean to keep leaving y'all. Dang it. It's been a good day. I will not complain. It's been a good day. It's just been one of those days where it's like, there's always something just a little bit off. Just a little bit off. Not enough to like truly agitate you, but enough to truly agitate you, if you get what I mean. But it's all good. It's all good in the hood. Yeah, it's been like a semi-hectic. We'll see. Also, I just want these to be clean. That's what I want. Suddenly I had a panic attack. Both you and your boss were like, when those panic attacks like sneak up on you, it is scary. It's not fun. Guess what I played last night? And I stayed up way too late playing it, and then I didn't sleep well. But then I got up really early to do some high level stuff for my work. which I hope is paying off. I hope the seniors are happy with the work I'm putting out. But I did play Astrobot. Sorry about the Outer Wilds thing. I do own Outer Wilds, and we do need to play it. I do own Outer Wilds. So that's why you were up till 6. Wrong. I went to bed at 3. And then I woke up. I did like Astrobot. I liked it enough that I kind of want to play it right now. But I did start pre-recording it, so I have an hour of it, and then I'm going to play some more tomorrow. Found out the seniors are actually pissed at you for outperforming everyone and made them look bad? No, not even close. There's very, very, very impressive people at my company that have been in the PR world for a very long time. Have you tried Balatro yet? I haven't. I've accepted it deserves the nomination. Because, you know, at the end of the day, it's the Game Awards. And if it's a good game, it's a good game. But I am still holding on to my belief that Shadow the Erdtree should not have been nominated. I still think there should have been a new category. If you get addicted to Balatro, if I get addicted to Balto, I have not seen that movie in forever. So you liked Astrobot. I love Astrobot. Clary, how you doing? Welcome back in. We're about to get started. I got a really late start. I was finicking with chords, and the chords got the best of me. I do think now that everything is set where it's going to be sat, now I can start pulling apart chords and reorganizing everything. And then I feel like I will be slightly less angry at the world. Yeah, that's the plan. That is the plan. Okay, we gotta jump into some Veilguard. Where did it go? Found it. Okay. When I was messing with the Rodecaster, I had to reset where my headset was plugged in. And I was like, where is my headset? Okay. Finally. Finally. Not Astrobot. Now's not the time. Did you go to sleep? You lazy bum. You lazy bum. We have crew members to find. And you're over here taking a nap. Okay. Lazy robots, man. Lazy robots. Up late due to not being able to sleep, so here you are. Oh, yeah. Not being able to sleep is rough. It is rough. Insomnia is never fun. And then if you're like my sister, she did not sleep well during her pregnancies. There's a lot going on in there. There's a lot involved. But I do hope you're able to get some sleep too. Thank you for the alert about the music. Blame the baby. I do blame my nieces for a lot of things, but that's okay. I felt like when I was playing Silent Hill, I had to apologize a lot for calling Laura a little shit. But then I had to remind people I'm not that much older than my nieces. So rather than being a responsible, trusted adult when my nieces were growing up, I was more like the fun, bullying older sister. And I stick with that my entire life. I still bully them to this day. But it's in a loving way. I teach them how to be tough. How much older are you? So my eldest niece is 4 years younger than me. But once again, keep in mind, for people who do not know, my sister is 17 years older than me. There is a massive age gap between me and my siblings. See now? Beat, I saw that. Okay, hold up. No. Not that I was doing anything sketchy anyway, right? Not that I was going up there to look up anything nefarious. Which I will say, if you do not know anything about AO3, I would be very careful with tags, because AO3 is not, it used to not have a moderation system. So there was some shit up there. But you know, if that's not your jive, it's not what you read, you'll never see it. So a lot of people don't know it's there. So it's like, part of me understands it's rough, because I feel like it's a slippery slope. I don't want AO3 monitored because they're already trying to ban like physical educational books. I don't want them to get to the point that I fear sometimes we lean towards completely getting rid of art as a whole, because any form of art is a political statement in itself. So I do worry about the slippery slope of what AO3 will become with government interference. It's rough. It's rough because I also know what other types of things were on that website. And it's like, if you can track down IP addresses, and I don't know, it might lead you to getting people who aren't good people. It's rough. If Texas bans AO3, legitimate fear for the state of the LGBTQs. Oh, no, we would riot. I feel like that is what would truly cause a riot in the gay community. Nothing else. Nope, you could ban gay marriage again. You could tell bisexual women they have to marry a man, lesbians they have to marry a man. And you know what? We'd fight back. We would. But getting rid of AO3 hits a part of the soul that is so deep to who we are as people. I feel like we'd kill somebody. Mystical Dragon, how you doing? We'll look up your AO3. No, they can't see my fairy porn. They can't. Texas already requiring trans folks to be on a turtle database. Yeah, pregnant women are the same. Pregnant women are the exact same. If you go to a fertility doctor or you go to an OBGYN in a red state, they have a basic tracker, like an internal tracker of you. And should you, for what any reason, turn up no longer pregnant, whether it was intentional or a miscarriage, you will be questioned by the government. Not put the baby in bed due to her being inside me. She just there. She just there. She just there. That was one thing, because I do not want kids. I grew up in such a close age range to my nieces, and watching my sister go from being like my sister to being a mom, just something about it never clicked to me. You know, I don't have a desire to be a parent, but I do like talking about those things with people because I do have a lot of respect for parents. And my sister was always like, it was the weirdest thing to acknowledge that there was a growing being inside of you. And she's like, yeah, I love them, but when you sit there and you think about it, that thing's developing teeth and fingernails. And I'm like, okay, Bonnie, I don't need to hear anymore, dude. I'm good. Oh, fairy porn is the least of what I expect you to have on your AO3 Wrapped. What do you think of me? I'm basic. Like, I literally follow the trends. I follow what's popular. I read fairy porn and Ice Planet Barbarians. I don't know why you think you're gonna get something unusual out of me. I don't even read tentacle porn. I think that stuff is boring. Then it later busts out of your chest. We're talking about Alien, right? Yeah, we are.
Wow. Thank you.
Oh, so I gave her a gift. That's why. Figured you have raccoons and mummies? No, you can't fuck a raccoon, okay? I draw the line of bestiality. I draw many lines in many places, but bestiality is one of them. Thank you for using bits to enlarge the giant horny unicorn. I appreciate you. What about unicorn porn? No, it's too close to bestiality. No. Okay. I feel like there's some nuance here because minotaurs, half animal, mostly dude. Give me nightmares. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Everything's fine. Whenever my sister used to get like that, I'd be like, if it makes you feel better, this is a process that humans have been going through for several million years. So everything's gonna be fine. Several million years, and you know, we're still doing it the same old way, so you know, everything's good. I'm not good at comforting pregnant people. I am so sorry. I've told my best friends, well, I've told my friends that want kids, I love you so much, I will stop and do whatever you need, but I can't relate to you, and I might say something weird. So just let me buy you things that help with the pregnancy,
talk with the Shadow Dragons,
and we'll be good.
if there's anything we can do for Treviso.
You really had to specify I'm against bestiality, but yeah, it's like, okay, there's so much nuance, right? Like, I think of people who are like, oh, I'm against necrophilia, but then they also play The Sims and fuck the Grim Reaper. You gotta know where the nuance line is, right? Then there's also the people like, hey, don't get weird about inanimate objects, and then they fuck the Scarecrow from Sims. Why is Sims so weird? Raccoons can't be in the same place as mummies. They unwrap them, true, and run away with the wrappings. Oh my god, have you guys ever... I have to... What is it called? What is it called? Cute about a mummy. Hold up. If you guys ever are like sad and you want to watch the cutest anime you've ever seen in your life, you have to look up How to Keep a Mummy. It's literally this dude gets like a teeny tiny palm-sized mummy in the mail, and it's so cute. It's like a baby and he has to learn to take care of it, and oh my god, it's such a feel-good anime. That's the least of the issues with The Sims. We don't talk about wicked whims.
It's all as you left it.
Close enough. I think the caretaker's been tidying up. Rook, now's not the best time to chat. Let's talk later.
He really ain't interested in me no more. Fine. Go fuck Emmerich. I already know how to keep a mummy. I grew up watching Monster Squad. What was Monster Squad? It sounds familiar. I didn't mean to bypass you. Oh wait, this is new. A little neck scratch, a head scratch. Hey baby. Boop. I want a hug. Oh, I like this one too. Oh my god, I was watching, it was kind of wholesome. This guy was going through like old community games that we all grew up with and trying to see if they were active anymore. And Toontown still has a really active community. I see people stream Toontown on TikTok. I love Toontown. Y'all want to play some Toontown? Oh yeah, because Harding's out there. Okay. Van, how you doing? TikTok, a church is singing like a prayer? No. Also, Cobble, you send me so many videos, and I watch some of them. I swear I do, and I really enjoy that you send me videos. So you can send me that one too. I just didn't want to be like, hey, Cobble, send me that video, and then you comment, I send you a lot of stuff and you don't look at it. Because it's true, but also I acknowledge it. I'm not ignoring you. I'm not. I just get really confused. Wait, like a prayer is about a blowjob? Okay, see, that I didn't know. That I did not know. Mega Man, how you doing? Hasn't watched Pink 5? No, just missed out on the big... See, you can't say that to people. People are gonna think we're weird. People are gonna think we're odd. Down on my knees, I want to take you there. In a midnight hour, I want to feel your power. Okay. I get it. It kind of reminds me of the Nickelback song Twisted Sister. Everyone thinks it's just about like a hot woman that's driving him wild, right? No. That song's about cocaine. That song is about cocaine. Everybody wants to be the sisters, mister. Da da da, roller coaster. Da, 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 da. I picked up something that I wanted to look at. Yeah, we're all weird here. You're anxious. Yeah, the Colombian flower. Colombian flower. That is what we will call it. That is what it is, technically. Colombian flower. I still like this look the best. I mean, of course I'm attached to my N7 armor, but my favorite side scroller, does Hollow Knight count? Because if Hollow Knight counts, it's Hollow Knight. Oh my god, speaking of the white dust, this is applicable because when I finally cleaned out this office, which I want the mods to know I did, I developed the sniffles from cleaning. Like, I guess I knocked loose a lot of dust that really like clung to my system. So I've been really, really sniffly. And I was talking to one of my old friends who I used to golf with. Like, we golfed on the same team in high school. And our golf coach was the coolest dude ever. Like, we love this guy. His wife was also a teacher. He was also the like, teacher representative of the debate team, which I was the president of. So I was the president of the debate team when he was in charge, and then I was also captain of the golf team when he was the coach. And he had a really bad immune system. He had a really bad immune system, would get sick a lot, and he would often get the sniffles. And this man would just straight up sniffle in front of like other people who didn't know us and would just be like, oh, I gotta lay off that Colombian powder. And I'm like, dude, you can't say that out loud. You can't joke about that. We know it's a lie. It was a lie, by the way. I will defend this man until I die. That was one of my favorite teachers ever.
The view of the Fade here is marvelous. I can't believe this room wasn't taken.
It was such a common joke. He'd say it around the other coaches from other schools, and I'm like, dude, we know you're joking, but they don't know you're joking. It wasn't a lot. I think the thing was, he was a really cool teacher, like a really cool teacher. I think he had himself a good time in the 70s when he was young. I think he knew a little something about what he was talking about, but it wasn't a current thing at all. I will defend that man with every last breath I have. He was one of my favorite teachers of all time. You have such a big empty room. Oh yeah, because she's new. She's also decorate. Let's help her decorate.
You heard of the Hall of Valor?
No.
It's a fighting arena with the lords. Interesting. Just tell me when you're ready.
I am telling you guys, if you're looking for a protein powder that goes really well in coffee, I am addicted to the Clean and Simple coconut cream pie flavor. It's only like 110 calories for 20 grams of protein, and it just tastes so good. So I can make my own coffee at home for like just under what I would spend at a coffee shop. And it tastes as good. Is it available to Costco? I don't know, but it is available at our local vitamin stores. The vitamin care stores, I think they are. That's where I get mine. So I'm pretty sure if there's one near me, there's one near you. I'm getting a lot better about making my own coffees. Yeah, Clean and Simple. Oh, also, I picked up... Oh my god. I'm trying to get back on my protein kick, so I feel like I'm getting the right amount of protein. Now it's all about making sure I work out to like balance everything. I'm gonna go find something cool. And then I immediately have to put it up because I do. I left to go work out. I did. I'm taking you guys with me. This stuff is like crack. I love this stuff so much. I feel like I could throw ice in my coffee and just have like an iced coffee like I would get from any coffee store. So that's simple and clean. And that is 105 calories for 20 grams of protein. So that's 40%. And then I found these on TikTok from a health influencer I follow. They're called Puff Bars. They're by the brand Built. Do not get an actual Built bar. They taste like trash. They taste like toe gunk. But the Puff Bars are like mostly marshmallow on the inside. Like this one tastes like one of the Mound bars. It's like chocolate and coconut. There's 17 grams of protein for 140 calories. So if you want like a protein snack and you also need to like fix a sugar craving, yes. Yeah, Lathia, the new setup lets me put pebbles in the frame. Isn't that cool? The new setup lets me have them out. I think that's so cool. Okay, I'm gonna put my stuff up really quickly because I don't want it sitting on this desk, and I'll explain why in a minute. Okay, so when I put this desk together, and keep in mind, this was not an issue on my previous desk that was in this place. This is an issue with this desk. This desk has only been here since Sunday. I have found several teeny tiny little dust ants. Like not the little black ants in the South, we call them piss ants. They're not piss ants. They're just little black dust ants. And I don't know if it's from like boxes that I brought a lot of boxes in, got the stuff that I needed out of them and took the boxes away. Or maybe they're coming from like an open, I don't know, maybe the ceiling on my windows has gone out, but I've noticed, see, there's one right there. They're just the tiniest little hair follicle of an ant. Tiniest little hair follicle of an ant. And I'm like, where the fuck are you coming from? No me gusta. I don't know where it's coming from. Eat grenade bars from the UK. They're expensive. Ooh, what's so good about them? Most protein bars are trash. That's true. Most protein bars are trash. I will say I'm still very like prissy, and I will take like taste over almost anything else. I feel like as long as I'm good about the other things in my life, like not drinking empty calories, like staying away from alcohol and being careful about my coffees, then I really don't need to be like hyper vigilant about protein bars because at least you're still trying. Oh no, Lathia. Lathia, find yourself like a pot and run hot water in it, not boiling hot, but hot enough you can stand at skin temperature, and put your feet in it. Or put your feet in the bathtub. And then you can also make a heat compress for the back of your neck, and that'll help a lot too. So heat on the feet and heat on the neck. Then one bar has a chocolate chip at the top. Just like one chocolate chip. Is it a good chocolate chip? Okay. Still getting used to the camera angle being a little bit out, being a little bit off. Thought it was an ice pack on the neck. I think it depends on the type of headache you're having. I do, because some migraines are a little bit different, like the stress migraines versus the tension migraines that you get from muscle pain. I think it really depends. If I have just like a headache that is turned into a migraine, then I go for a cold compress because I normally do a cold compress when I have a headache anyway. But if it's something that I can tell has come from the muscles of my neck tensing, which is normally a stress response, then I go heat because it's the tensing of the neck that has largely caused my problem. Oh, the back of your neck, back Oh, your net. Okay. We were talking about like muscle spasms and stuff. So when I read that the first time, I thought you said your back had gone out. And I was like, oh my God, please no. Please don't do that. Stay away from tequila. Yeah, stay away from liquor, definitely. Sarah and I were talking about that. Once again, Sarah's my best friend for people who don't know, and we're moving in together. And we're both very responsible people, but there's something about living with your best friend that I feel like you two kind of egg each other on. And we've been very open about we need to make sure that we're careful about our alcohol intake and just making sure that we don't fall into a habit of, you know, just ordering food because we can, like making sure we're still cooking, not getting lazy, not just keeping alcohol in the house because we can, like little things like that. And I wanted to have that conversation with her because she's still in the college mindset, and I've been there, right? When you're in the college mindset, you're keeping like seltzers in the house and wine in the house, and you're drinking after class with your friends because you're stressed out. So you end up gaining a lot of weight because of all the empty calories. And I'm like, we can't afford to do that because we're adults and we have to go to work the next day. Lathia, go get some rest. Go get some rest. If you have, oh, also, if you have the ability to have BC powder brought to you, like have it delivered to you, BC powder, it's disgusting. It tastes disgusting because it's basically ground up aspirin, but it has a very high caffeine level. And my mom used to get really terrible migraines. I inherited them from her, and BC powder was the only thing that could help her in the middle of a migraine. Yeah, BC powder is godsend. I take Excedrin to make sure I don't get a migraine, but if I get a migraine, I take BC powder. Look at us, a community full of people who have headaches.
Something truly powerful is drawing the undead here.
Okay, I'm gonna bring Emmerich here because I feel like we weren't able to complete something over here because we hadn't gotten Emmerich at the time. Gonna try all of this eventually? Yeah, don't worry about it right now. Go lay down. Dark room, compress on your head. If you can definitely try to keep your feet as warm as possible. And I hope you feel better soon. We've all been there. I was thinking a different powder, not the one your teacher liked. No, my teacher's fine. He was a cool dude, I swear. I don't know. I think, you know, you can still be a cool dude so long as you are selling good product that's not gonna hurt anybody. Actually, I take that back. I take that back because stuff like that is a really slippery slope, and I feel like I saw a lot of that in college too, where it was a lot of people basically like, oh, I'm just going to do it to have a good time tonight, and then I'm gonna do it to have a good time the next weekend, and then you just, they keep going and going and going, and then it gets to the point that they can't go a day without it, and they start their mornings with it, and then it's like, okay, well, yeah, this is where you are now.
We've company.
Ooh, Lathia, I'm so sorry, hun. Yeah, you get migraines the way my mom and my cousin get migraines. It just completely offsets everything. Tree was selling good product. Honestly, okay. Hot take, best drug pushers in America definitely would have been Girl Scouts. Do you have personal reservations from your experience having brewery syndrome? No. Okay, so brewery syndrome sucked. Obviously, because for those of you who don't know, I feel like some YouTube people don't know this because you guys haven't heard me talk about it as much. My senior year of college, and this was my senior undergrad, so not my senior, my graduate degree. I was so stressed out. I was drinking a lot. Like, I was having coffee in the morning, basically no water, hanging out with my friends at night, drinking wine and vodka. So I had basically no water, like actual H2O in my system to help filter out all the impurities. So I ended up giving myself something that's called brewery syndrome, which is literally where your stomach ferments its own alcohol. And if I were to have gotten it during that time, if I were to have gotten pulled over and they gave me a breathalyzer test, it would have shown up as if I had just finished drinking, because my stomach was processing its own yeast like it was making alcohol. Which I like to say is one of the most badass things you can do as a college kid, you know, make your own alcohol at home. I turned into the brewery. But yeah, it was like 2 weeks of constantly feeling hungover. It was shit. Yeah, I was making my own drinks. Yeah, see, actually, funny enough, after I learned what I had, like after I had graduated, oh wait, I didn't even read that. Here lies Taz, a slave whose blood opened the path to this place, slain by Venatori, buried by us, dreamed of freedom, may she find it. So funny enough, after I learned that I had had brewery syndrome, and once I had gotten over it, I think there was an episode of a doctor show, maybe it was House, maybe it was something else, but they had pulled over this girl for a DUI and took her to the hospital because they were like, oh, you're drunk, like you need to go get like, hydration IV, and then we're gonna take you to jail because you're putting other people at risk. And this kid swore up and down she hadn't been drinking, and then finally one of the doctors like cued it as brewery syndrome, and she did get out of it because it was not her intentionally drinking. It was something that was a tad bit out of her control because she hadn't been aware how bad her digestive system had gotten. But we all know how real life works. A cop doesn't care what I gotta say. They would have put me in jail. You skip the moonshining? Funny enough, I do come from a family of moonshiners, so I do think I made them proud. I do think I made them proud. I was talking to my uncle. I don't always enjoy going home just because I get really bored there. There's nothing for me to do. And of course, it's a lot of like driving back and forth, seeing family. Sometimes it's family you don't really like. And so I get really bored there. So a lot of times I make up excuses not to go home. And I was talking to my uncle and he's like, what do I have to do to get you to come home? And he makes his own moonshine. Specifically, he makes a peach moonshine that just tastes like peach flavored water. It is the most dangerous thing I have ever tasted, but it's so good. So I asked for that. Drink your water, folks. Rent a shine, let's go. My grandmother, because we owned a lot of farmland, my like parents did, and my grandma, I think she was actually my great grandma, almost burned down the forest, you know, with a moonshine still. They're just out there having a good time. Okay, I'm just gonna go get this wisp because you guys keep spawning and I hate you. Oh, there's a general in there. Maybe you're what's triggering it.
Take it out before it raises any more dead.
Yep, that's it. Ooh. Get out of here. Okay, that does not immediately lower these guys. That's fine though. I know the last time I took my girlfriends up to the mountains, I took them to a moonshine tasting up in the Smokies. And I already knew what to expect, right? I know what moonshine tastes like. But for people who have had moonshine, and here's the thing, the moonshine that they sell up in the Smokies that's mass produced, it really ain't even that good, but nothing prepares you for white lightning. They call it white lightning, and I swear to God, it is pure gasoline. You could start a car with it. I like laughing at my friends, though. Your girlfriend's from your polycule? Oh, which girlfriend from which polycule? I got many of them. Saw my grandfather's old report cards from the 40s. Forestry category. Yeah, forestry category. Your grandma would not have done well in forestry? No. No. She was an intro. You know what? My great grandparents were baddies. Well, my great grandmother on my mom's side, and then my dad's mom were baddies.
Whoever they serve, they're fighting for gods now.
You're definitely one hell of a person if you almost burned down an entire forest making moonshine, but you're also a very devout Christian. She's like, look, I need to worship the Lord my own way, and that requires moonshine. There's an alcohol called White Lightning in the UK. Don't think it's moonshine related. First things we drink as kids. Most kids in America drink Smirnoffs. The like really, really disgusting flavored Smirnoffs, like marshmallow vodka. Just think moonshine powered cars. Oh my God, imagine it's that meme of America being like, you got oil, but it's just some southerner looking for moonshine.
Tempered its rage.
Cobble, did you get IC'd? Yeah, getting IC'd was a thing in our frat for our, not a hazing thing at all. We didn't get hazed, but as like a congratulations for passing all of our brotherhood exams and joining the fraternity, everyone who was a part of your family would ice you. White Lightning's awful. It's cheap, massive bottles. Ooh, that sounds like Sky. Sky vodka comes in a blue
Corruption,
bottle.
undead. I'd say we found out who's responsible.
That is something you drink for the goal of getting drunk and nothing else. If you had bought a handle of Sky vodka, you don't care about life anymore. You just want to get drunk. Is that a huge eye? That is a tear in the fade. So it's a tear between this realm and the kind of the other side, the realm. I wouldn't call it the realm of the dead, but like the spirit realm. So it's a tear between the two worlds. In the other game before this one, you played as a character who could fix those tears, but we don't have that ability, so we're just kind of winging it. Apparently it's white cider. Oh, White Lightning? Ciders are normally good though. Friends don't let friends drink cheap liquor. Nope. No, 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 no. There was this old... Ooh. I needed help picking out a vodka one time at the liquor store, and the guy didn't even work there. It was just this older gentleman who was very nice and saw me kind of like perusing the vodka bottles. Turns out he actually worked in the liquor business. I think he worked at a company that did a lot of manufacturing and packaging of the bottles for different brands. And you know what? He gave me advice that I keep to this day. I definitely buy more expensive liquors because I'm a Taurus moon and I really like the bottles. But he always said, if you're going to get a cheap liquor, you mix it. If you're getting an expensive liquor, that is something you savor. Because cheap liquors, you can hide the taste behind most good drink mixes. And I kind of understand when it comes down to like whiskeys. Oh, come on. Now you got a different health bar, really, bro? Oh, that's not good. Oh, I tried. I tried to be a smartass. News, how you doing? Drink Potter's vodka for $7 for a fifth. Oh, that just sounds evil. I don't know. Me and my friends, when we were in Charlotte, discovered these things called beatboxes. Now that I can pound back. They're cheap. The ones that I get are the blue raspberry ones, and they taste like Jolly Rancher water. I'm good. I'm set. I do like some bourbons. I do like bourbons. I actually do like gin. Sarah does not like gin. Oh, I got smacked by that. Okay, let's eat up that defense line. Okay, could y'all please help out here and like do some damage, like some damage, like some... Ah, stop poking, stop poking, stop it. I don't poke you. I mean, I do, but I don't make it as personal. Oh, okay, it's following. He's got me on the ropes. Oh, what is the thing that people are talking about with Monday Night Raw going to Netflix? Is that like true? Someone caught me and apparently wouldn't stop laughing. Oh no, no, not the fire. Drunk people really don't know when they're in pain. And I say that as a drunk person who never knows when she's in pain. I told you guys, I'm almost positive that's how I ended up almost like breaking my nose. Ah! I'm almost positive that's how I got that bone stint in my nose, was from being stupid and wanting my friend Joey to throw me around like a sack of potatoes because I was like, wee, roller coaster. No, I just need this. I just need this. I'm not leaving. I just need this. No! Don't regrow a health bar! No, stop that. Stop that. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. Oh, yeah. So, Mir, if you do not know this story, it was St. Patrick's Day, which are when all the best decisions are made. And luckily, me and one of my girlfriends lived in the exact same building, just different floors. And then Joey, who some of you have met, we did a Tiny Tina stream together. Oh, God. So I was in a fraternity and Joey was my little, like, you know how in fraternities and sororities you have like little brothers, little sisters? Joey was my little. And he lived not that far away, so he walked me and my friend home because his apartment was like right behind ours. And I was being a menace. Joey was sober. Brooke and I, me and my other friend were not sober. He wanted to go home. And I decided that I wanted to be a menace and not go to bed. So I get picked up off the floor and chucked into my bed. And then the door gets shut on me. I'm basically not allowed to leave. But in my brain, like drunk head, being thrown is fun. Like I was having a good time. It was like a roller coaster. So if you've been in college dorms, they basically all have the exact same furniture. These like super high up bed frames. I decided that I was going to get out of bed and go agitate my friend so that he would throw me again because I thought it was fun. And I rolled off my bed, fell about 4 feet face down, and giggled to myself thinking, I'm not gonna feel this. So yeah. I got what I wanted though. Man, this fight sucks. I got what I wanted, though. You miss drinking? Do you really? I think it's like a fear of missing out. Because sometimes, like, I get in that space too where, because I don't keep alcohol in my house for reasons we've been talking about. And I get like a fear that I'm missing out because all my friends still drink and I don't. And then I'm like, okay, but also I hate the feeling of drunk the next day, you know? Okay, can you decide if you're going to die or something? Are we invincible? Are we invincible? Because if so, I'm just gonna wing it. Keep a ton of tequila in my house during the week, even less at home. I did not know that I couldn't die. I don't know how I feel about that.
Another regeneration? Fascinating.
It's weakening the face.
Okay, see, I was waiting for that to happen. What was the next day? Oh, I was definitely bruised, but I did not notice. Do I want to revive? We'll go for it. We're halfway there. Like, I was obviously bruised, right? That made sense. But I didn't notice the possibility that my nose was broken until, dang it, stop that! I didn't notice the possibility that my nose was broken until, honestly, when I moved into this apartment. And, I guess the way I looked at my camera for recordings was just a little bit different. I then realized, oh my god, my nose is literally turned to the side. And then once I noticed like that small detail, then I was like, okay, I'm not able to breathe out of this side of my nose. And I was like, huh, I wonder if these things are correlated. I hate this fight. Yep, and ooh. Then we ended up at a plastic surgeon's office being like, hey dude, I can't breathe. Can you tell me why? And he's like, oh yeah, because one of your nostrils is collapsed and the other has a bone splint. And I was like, oh. And that's when we had surgery. And now I can breathe. Isn't the world a beautiful place? So not drinking came easy? Yeah, it definitely, none of my friends are alcoholics, like definitely not, but I feel like I'm kind of the odd one out at the moment because I'm so picky about the amount of alcohol I'm consuming because I am trying to build more muscle, so I'm cutting out certain things or like how okay, he regrew an entire health bar. I'm coming back for this later. No. No, no, no. So yeah, because I'm becoming a lot more aware about, you know, calories, empty calories you get from alcohol, how much sugar I'm consuming on a daily basis from things that I wouldn't even like really think about, it's a little bit more difficult for me to drink with friends because it's just, I don't want to put that type of stuff in my body, especially when I'm trying to reach a goal. Once I reach that goal, I'll definitely probably become a lot more lax and like, oh, hey, I can drink again. But at the moment, no. Everyone knows why Clary can't drink. Honestly, you're doing more than some people, though. Some people still drink. Some people do. Alcoholism runs in the family. Can literally go months without thinking about it, and sometimes...
Scaring, Emmerich.
I don't
Yeah.
mean to be intrusive.
I
In
understand.
times of stress, the possessed often experience intense
I
emotional shifts.
understand. I have it on both sides of my family, alcoholism on both sides of the family. And I definitely
Sorry about
noticed
Treviso,
that
and I
I
intend to look out for you and Spike
actually
as
no.
best
I
can.
would say I don't have an addictive personality. I'm not someone who craves certain things, but I don't think craving is like all of the problem sometimes, right? I think craving is a problem for some people, but I think that my issue more so lies in once I get started, I don't know where the stopping line is. So if if I'm hanging out with friends and they're drinking and they keep drinking, I'll keep drinking because we already started, you know? But I don't crave alcohol on my own. How'd I break my nose? Falling flat on my face. It was more so one side was collapsed and the other had a bone splint right up here that I can actually still feel.
Must be after something nearby.
For Fredo's never a real
first.
partier, think a great time drinking and watching Mail Call or something. Sometimes drinking was fun back then, especially when you're like in a safe environment with your friends. We did, oh my god, Drunk Bachelor was so fun for us. You get a bunch of girls together, you give them a little bit of wine. You talk about how bad all the contestants are. We had a good time with The Bachelor and drinking. Yeah, okay. I was talking about substances. You don't have to bring up my Sabak addiction. Speaking of my Sabak addiction, there's a DLC coming out that's just Sabak. They heard me. They heard my prayers. They heard me. Yeah, there's an expansion coming out. I think it's free. There's like an expanded upon Lando quest. And then there's more Sabak. Isn't that cool? They knew what I wanted. It's all for me. It's all for me. They did it for me. I love when people love me enough to give me reasons to gamble. It also really has me wanting to play Buckshot Roulette because that's gambling, but gambling with your
Those
life.
crystals and we cut off the power they're channeling.
Used to do 10 to 12 shots a night when you go out. Now 2 to 4 and drink because you have to go to work the next morning. That's what got me as well. The moment I really truly entered the workforce was the moment that I was like, you cannot be drinking during the week. Also, because we talked about this a little bit as well. Because I'm so severely vitamin deficient, I feel like I get hangovers much easier and they stay with me much longer. And I'm like, I'm not risking my career in a field that I really enjoy for a couple of drinks. So yeah. Definitely can't be showing up to work hungover, more stressed out than you already are. It's not a good look. It's not good for your morale. It's not good for your work.
As you wish.
No, stop fighting people. Open doorways. Dang it. I don't have a sabak problem. Oh yeah, hangovers are a nightmare. Hangovers are terrible. Once again, this was coming from a time and a place where I did not drink water. I consumed in the morning coffee and then in the afternoon vodka.
There's a fight ahead.
So my hangovers were trash. But yeah, you learn from it. You do. Do you actually show up to work or is it just a sign in? It's a sign in thing, but also I will say I got annoyed sometimes. My first manager that I had at the company that I'm still at, sometimes he could feel a little bit overbearing, but I really do think that was because he wanted to keep an eye on my progress and like he really did care about my career growth. So he would like check in virtually with me constantly. And of course you want to be in a good mood when your manager calls you if you have no reason to be upset or stressed out. So I also just didn't want to disappoint him or myself. There we go. Play the game over and over because I don't play the same games. Yeah, that's a big thing for me. It's really difficult for me to play a game that I've already played, especially if it's a game like BioShock. if it's a game like BioShock where I feel like I have already gone through the paces and really analyzed the story and I did a good job of it, I don't need to revisit that because I did it so well the first time. Possibility they were just being overbearing? No. No. Because,
Mandatory can't lock us out anymore.
there was definitely an understanding because I've said this before. I started as a project manager, and while I was good at my job, there was definitely an understanding that it was not something I was passionate about and that might hurt my career growth in the long run because I just didn't care to be there. Well, I cared to have a job. Like, everyone wants to get paid, but I wasn't finding any happiness or fulfillment in the work I was doing. And he knew that, but also he was more than willing to help me switch roles to a team that, like, I did care about when it was time for me to go. So no, not overbearing. I also think he was just very type A, which made him a very good project manager. He was extremely good at his job, still is. I'm trying to like dodge everything in order to get over to this. Bam. Project managers unite! Oh my god. Having been a project manager and also working for a firm where you get to see different project managers in their element, right? You know who are the hands-on ones, you know who are the hands-off ones, you know who are the ones who have no idea what's going on their accounts. It's definitely one of those things. A good or a bad project manager can make or break a team. What are the Crossroads doing? The spirits in the Crossroads do as they must, Phil-san. As we all do. Thank you, Solus. Incredibly useful. Really helps your old friend pull together rebellion against the Evanuris. Oh, Solus, you had friends? Weird. Wait, no. Go back. Go back. Oh, yeah, I don't mind. I obviously don't want to give, like, details about where I work. But I feel like these circumstances around, like, my work and, I feel like corporate America's corporate America, right? You run into the same situations and the same types of people no matter where you go. It's a constantly turning wheel.
Already built that?
So even though I might not give specifics, someone can be like, oh yeah, I had a project manager like that once. Oh, are the emotes? Oh no, they're on the main channel. Sorry. I was like, oh, did they finally approve my emotes on that channel? I guess that's a no. They're taking forever. Thank you, Emmerich. See, Emmerich praises me. I like that. I like being told how awesome I am. Don't I know it? Not even a project manager, your old radio boss. Oh, see, I do not envy you, Surfer, because you work in a field with a lot of creatives. You're a creative yourself. And I'm like, the egos. Because, like, everyone has an ego, but I feel like creatives will sometimes, well, anyone will do it. Anyone who has, like, any form of power and control and leadership has the ability to have an ego and believe that their way is the absolute right way no matter what. And it's just, ugh, grow up. We all just want to do our job, get paid, and go home. Oh, I work in public relations. Yeah, so my job, it's funny. And I attribute this to sometimes the like little feeling of burnt out that I get every once in a while. So my actual job is talking to people, and then my content work is talking to either people or talking to myself as if I'm talking to people. And the way I explained it to a friend of mine is that basically I always feel like I'm the host of a party. Like, you have to always be on, and like, you guys get a very honest version of me. I definitely don't have the time or the energy to make a fake persona and present that all the time. I've heard some people can do it. I can't. I really can't. I do not have the patience for personas. But yeah, both of my jobs rely heavily on relationships with other people, which is a lot of fun. Yeah, sales is a big one that I see people fall in. Don't fall. Okay. Sales is a big one. I have some friends in sales. They were doing solar power, solar panel sales here in Florida, and it's just, you have to find the right balance of being pushy, but also being friendly and approachable, and not too pushy, but you want them to remember that you're selling them something and that they need the thing that you're selling them. It's a very fine line, and I feel like in some ways I'm also in a sales role, but it's like I'm trying to convince brands why they should or should not do certain campaigns based off of just information I find. So it is kind of like a sales thing. Oh yeah, because you make your own mods and stuff, which is extremely cool. I don't have the brain for that type of stuff. I do not. My brain, and like coding is just another language, right? I don't think I'll ever pick up on, well, I do know a little bit of Russian. I don't think I'll be great at other languages, and I'm definitely not good at math, but I understand theory and rationalizations very well. Like, I'll have a conversation with you all day long about the idea of quantum physics, but I don't want to, you know, calculate sales tax. No. That's why that is literally why I take Sarah with me. Like, she has a job. She has 2 jobs in our friendship. She refills my Brita filter when I forget, and then she tells me exactly how much tax I owe on a tip, or how much tip and tax I owe. That is it. I need a moving calculator. Knoxville's a small town. People recognize me as the biker project manager. I was in Knoxville about 2 years ago. I was more so passing through. I was trying to get out to Gatlinburg, but it was my first time really stopping in that area. For the old gods, attack! For the old gods. Agreed. Oh, no. It didn't pull the move. We're good. Woo! Okay, you're getting healed by that guy, so let me take care of this. Amani Rashad, how you doing? Oh god, where'd he go? Okay, it's the apprentice Sullivan. Sulian, not Sullivan. Sullivan is from Howl's Moving Castle. She's gonna replace us with bots. Able to code soon. Oh yeah, if I could use AI to code, I feel like everything would make so much more sense. How are you guys feeling about the Tesla robots that are rolling out slowly but surely? I know Kai Cenat has one, and then Kim Kardashian also has one now. All I have to say is please thank your robot. Like, if your robot does something for you, please thank your robot. That way when they take over, you know, they at least know that some people were nice to them. Not my bot purchase budget. Oh my god, I'll use it for a fun horror game or something. I'll use it for, oh, I was looking at what Rusty suggested to me the other night. The, We're So Happy You're Here, which was that British, like, humor game. I think that would be fun to do. It might take the place of a Sunday Scary, just because I think it should be on the shorter side. Oh, you're making your own indie game? Let's go! Can you talk about it at all, like the plot, or are you one of those people that likes to keep your creative stuff close to the chest? I respect either way. I've been meaning to write a sci-fi book, for I kid you not, I have had the plot in mind. Please tell me. No, he's healing out of something. I've had the plot for a sci-fi book. Okay, who's doing it? Stop it! I've had the plot in mind. Let me finish that thought while this guy's making me angry. I kid you not, since high school. And it's like, I haven't done anything with it because I think I've lost my ability to write really well. I think at some point I'll either work on it piece by piece or just take the idea to a ghostwriter. But I don't tell anyone about the idea because in my head I'm like, no, someone's gonna steal it. Even though now that I look back, it's kind of an amalgamation of a bunch of different already existing medias because that's just how creative things work. Like very rarely is anything actually unique anymore. Humanity's kind of run through all the paces. Haven't played a Dragon Age game. I would say, honestly, if you're interested, I'd say start with Origins just because it's the older one, but it's also the crowd favorite, so you'll be able to play it at a discount and enjoy it. And then I know a lot of people are jumping into this without having a background in Inquisition, but there is a game that is technically a prequel to this called Inquisition. I would suggest playing Inquisition first, just so you understand the characters. No, you lost. Okay, losing a first draft would make me cry. I remember when I was still writing fan fiction, but I didn't know what Google Docs was, so I was doing everything out of a Word doc in like an old janky computer that kept crashing on me, and I would lose my work and I would get so sad. Played Skyrim on the PS3 before. Have you played Fallout? I had a feeling that would happen. Could one of you please take out someone? I'm trying to not get too close. Nope, wrong one. I need that one. Come on! No, bad one. Okay, great. Now I can focus. Haven't played Fallout 4. Fallout 4 is the only one that I've played. We will be playing 3 in New Vegas. Prez, about how long do you think it would take us to do a vanilla run of New Vegas? Like if we were to ballpark that. When was the last time you tried to write something? Like an actual story and not like writing social copy for work. 2020 during the pandemic.
Better keep it safe.
I think Fallout 4 has better graphics, but I have heard that Fallout 3 and New Vegas allow for a lot more role playing and the story's a little bit richer, which I can totally see because let's all be completely honest with each other. Don't you sit there and lie to me and tell me you cared about that kid. Not at all. I forgot several times I had a child. I forgot several times I was supposed to be looking for that kid. Okay, for people who played Fallout 4, who did y'all side with? I just want to know. Yeah, I think I could too. I feel like because it's a kind of a space odyssey that is in many ways. Okay, so I wrote basically the entire synopsis for the book and the trilogy before I started the gaming channel, right? Start the gaming channel, first thing I play is Mass Effect. Realize there's a lot of similar elements between my story and Mass Effect. At least, well, more so like the overarching lore of like... Sorry, I need to take a sip of water after this. The background lore ended up being like very grand scale in the way that... This is making me angry. Hold up. The little box that lets my desk go up and down, it didn't stick right, and I tried fixing it with command strips, and the little Velcro bits keep like ripping each other out, so it's a little annoying. But then I realized my book is unintentionally a lot like Dune and Mass Effect.
Partly.
I assure you that performed with care, necromancy is no more
Ooh,
harmful
that
than
would
any
be...
other major
Oh my god, if I could turn my book into a game.
Fire and ice spells kill people. They don't bring them back again.
What's so objectionable about a
Ideally,
simple
it would be like a Game of Thrones level in space type of thing where I'm the showrunner and no one can tell me what to do with my own story because everything's going to be right exactly how I wrote it. But then I also have other ideas that are just for games. I don't know. There's some interesting barriers to entry there because I feel like that's the reason that teams are so important too, is because I have great ideas but no idea how to execute on them. So I would need a team to work with that would help like ideate, explain why certain things would work a certain way. Yeah, kind of like space. It's kind of like that. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll type it back up and explain it to everyone. Oh, we're supposed to be... Why is that door closed? We're going to the Hall of Valor. Make you hate the... create the game collapses. It could be a fun group project. I do like getting people's thoughts on it. I actually went to Spade one time because for people that don't know, Spade has worked in video games. She did work for BioWare. Is a writer on this game. Definitely that's something to ask her about if you see her around because she definitely has her own opinions about kind of how things turned out. But I did go to Spade to talk about a couple of things and it was really helpful to get other people's opinions. Edward, my story has space dragons. Has basically dragons with laser cannons strapped to their back. Okay, I was so worried you were gonna say whips. I was so worried you were gonna say whips. Dying Breed, enjoy Fallout 4. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Don't let the murlocs get your toes. Always make a small part of it. Okay, sweet. So we found... Ooh, is that a dragon
Spirit
skull?
of determination. May your enemies die bitter and in pain.
Yes! Good. Don't encourage him.
Yeah, bitter and impaled. Okay, scantily clad, beautiful woman. Hello. Can I buy outfits from you?
Oh, everything here is curse-free. Guaranteed.
Are you sure about that? Would you lie to me? Okay, this is for Tosh. Sure, whatever. That's an upgrade for my armor. Dang it, I need sexy outfits, people. Why are y'all holding out on me?
Get you at the hill.
Want to keep the big story and events secret? Understandable. Understandable. Things should implement in the game. I think that, okay, so no story spoilers, obviously. Feel free to keep those close to the chest. What kind of game is it? Is it like a side scroller or... Because I feel like once we kind of get an idea of what the game looks like in comparison to other games that are on the market, then it could kind of be like, well, I really like what this game implemented here, so let me see if I can do something similar and put my own spin on it. There's some really fun ways to do things like that. That's one thing that I'm looking forward to with Bloody Hell Hotel, because there are so many job sims out in the world, and I don't like job sims, right? If I wanted to go to work, I would wake up on Monday and go to work. I play video games to play video games. I don't play video games to work a job. Oh, the Fallout 4 conversation. Got you. Wait, who'd you end up siding with? Sorry, I missed that. I'm going in between two chats. Bloody Hell Hotel is going to be a job sim where you play as a vampire and you open up a bed and breakfast inside your renovated castle and you're trying to... Oh, this is just a pit of dead people. You're trying to make money, obviously, because, you know, it's the new age and capitalism. But also, all the people who stay in the hotel are humans and you want to eat them. Oh, Casper, my thoughts on the game so far. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy it.
I knew you'd find your way here sooner or later. Your kind always do.
Isabel. Okay. What I will say though, and this is a nuanced conversation that we can have again when I finally finish the game, because I was talking to a friend of mine who is playing the game and he's just not happy with it, but he's a massive Dragon Age fan the same way I am a Mass Effect fan, basically. He feels the same way about Dragon Age that I feel about Mass Effect. And I was listening to him talk about the things he didn't like about the game. He feels like the writing's very childish. It doesn't uphold the same standards that other BioWare games do. It basically has dumbed down the stories that BioWare usually tells in order to make them easily digestible for people who are just entering the fandom, which is great. But also I think that now that my friend has pointed that out and I've really sat and thought about it, I think that he's got a good point, because FromSoft games don't dumb anything down. You either get it or you get it, and that is the end of the discussion. And people love like theorizing about the world for that very reason. And one thing he asked me that stuck with me was, if Mass Effect 4 got the same treatment that Veilguard did, would I be happy? And my first instinct is fuck no. So I'm like, damn, you really do have a point. Watching Sim play, not excited about looking or jumping jumping or climbing elements. So you would never do the getting over it sim? Semi-open world set in a space inspired by Dead Space mixed with role play aspects. Ooh. That could be fun. If you're looking at role play aspects, have you ever played Disco Elysian?
Looking to fight?
Sure. Can I fight
Get
you?
yourself in order and head to the entrance.
Not in an arena. Unless you're into that. Okay, never mind.
The spirits of the Hall of Valor are honored to welcome.
I feel like Isabel would be into that, but that's okay. There's time for Rook to keep up. Twitch chat, are we having any connectivity problems? I'm seeing a lot of weird little alerts on my end, and I just want to make sure that you guys aren't seeing them. It says the bit rates are fine. Ooh, I just got schmacked. Like the OG Dragon Age fans are kind of similar to OG Final Fantasy fans when it comes to story and keeping everything the same. Yeah, I can't really comment on the Final Fantasy bit because I feel like it is a little bit different. Woo! Because that is a remake that is expanding upon a world using like new technology and new storytelling elements, and they have a bigger budget and a lot more room to grow. So I do think for people who might be upset that, you know, the new massive like Rebirth and Remake didn't keep the same baseline story as the small polygon version, I do think that's a little obsessive. But when it comes to Dragon Age, or because Dragon Age and Mass Effect are they're worlds, right? You can tell multiple stories within them. You can keep the lore and keep it as rich and as thick as it always has been, and especially as gritty, like keep it dark. But they didn't do that. Didn't play Rebirth on the channel? I'm playing Rebirth on the channel. It's just a very slow upload process, but I am playing Rebirth on my main channel.
You might want to try Enasaline. That means victory. Emasaline means I want you within.
Damn it. I wish I hadn't misplaced Meryl's flashcards.
Wait. What was that? What was that turn of phrase? And can you say it to me again, but can you say it like you mean it? I would definitely check out Disco Elysian. It is considered one of the best like choice-based RPGs, and it's very interesting the way it's set because it's a kind of open world, but it's someone who knows how to frame it better can explain it. I wish Gab was here because Gab was the one who introduced me to it. You kind of have a top-down overview of the character walking around at an angle, and then you stop and you interact with different things, and it's crazy how much the story isometric, I think isometric 2.5D. I didn't even know that was a turn of phrase. I don't hate it. Just think I'm gonna watch Let's Plays instead of playing it myself. I have games like that, honestly. I haven't had games like that in a long time, but I understand that feeling where it's like I don't want to spend the money because I know I won't get use out of it, but I would like to see someone else enjoy it. How many fights does she want us to do? I'll jump in another fight for you.
Get yourself in order and head to the entrance.
Might have to rewrite that book.
The Hall of Valor is pleased to welcome.
Chat feels dead, might be lower activity. It's all good. Whoop. I just want to make sure no one's losing chat because on my side it's like, welcome back to the chat room, welcome back to the chat room, and I'm like, I never left, bro. Final Fantasy always bring out hope in facing the finality of things. The day Final Fantasy stops referring to those topics is when I stop playing them. I saw this big debate when the newest Final Fantasy came out of people being like, why can't they just focus on one story? I'm getting tired of every Final Fantasy being different. And I'm like, that's kind of the point. I feel like I've only really played 3 Final Fantasies out of all the ones that are released. So it's going to be Final Fantasy 7, the one with 4 actually. Final Fantasy 7, Noctis, Lightning, and then I played a teensy tiny bit of 10-2 back in the day because I borrowed it from my sister's boyfriend. Half of the fun is that the world is still established, so you're not getting lost. Like, you understand the world because it's kind of the same throughout. There's a lot of constants, but the story changes enough to keep you interested. Like, there's always something new to be invested in. Clary, how could you even ask that? Everybody needs jiggle physics. Just be careful, grifters on Twitter don't say you're censoring yourself. I truly think it's the grifters on Twitter that ruined the launch of Stellar Blade, because that game deserved to be nominated. I'm still a little salty. Still a little salty. Yeah, Isabella's a consistent character.
I should charge an entrance fee.
10 fights, woman. What do I look like to you? What do I get out of it? Your eternal love and devotion or an outfit? I know, and that's... Once again, I understand everyone has their own opinions and everyone's opinion is valuable and la. But if you're going to nominate Black Myth Wukong, you should have nominated Stellar Blade. Complaining about they made Isabella ugly, I'm convinced that people who say that's it have never seen a woman. They've never been near a woman. A woman breathed on them and they thought they had COVID and they died. Be so for it's the same people who were talking about how ugly the character from Star Wars Outlaws was, and I was like, she's cute. Like, she's objectively very attractive. What is going on here? Lumen, how are you? Sin is somewhere between McDonald's fries and potato chips with a level of salty. That is a good level of salt. Oh my god. McDonald's fries? That is just something you get when you have lost hope in the world, and the only thing that can fix it is eating a snack that destroys your taste buds. I'm trying to find a mission that we can do for our factions that isn't going to progress us too far into the story. Because once again, I don't want to get locked out of anything, and I want to make sure that I have a decent relationship with these factions. Most people out themselves as never seeing real people. Facts. And that's sad. Like, I feel bad for you, but go the fuck outside. Oh, this is her quest. Okay, let's go be friends. Yes, Nyx shines above. Oh, wait, he's hidden. No, he's hidden. I have to fix this. I didn't even realize that I hid my baby when I was reorganizing the room. I gotta fix it. Hold up. I'm coming, Nyx. I won't let you drown in my excess of stuff. Oh, have you guys seen that company that kind of makes a competitor to Funko, U-Tunes or something? They're making a Sly Cooper and an Astrobot and a Kratos, and I can get all of them for under $100. I think I'm gonna get them. Let me make sure I'm spelling it right. I think it's called U-Tunes. Yeah. I'm gonna find the ones I'm talking about. They got so many cute ones. They also have ones for like Hazbin Hotel and Hell of a Boss. And I think they have one for Osmodius and Fizzaroli. I was like, what the hell is Fizz's name? See? Do you see how cute this is? How can you release something like that and not give me a new Sly Cooper game? I'm asking the real questions here, people. Oh, Clary, I got you. I got you. This is my son. His name is Nyx. He's from the game Star Wars Outlaws. Grumpy got me this, and this is just a cute little figure of him. Ain't he cute? Ain't he a baby? I keep him, he goes in that little cubby hole. But for right now, he can sit on the desk with me. He can sit on my desk. He's a cute baby. The U-Tunes also makes a stuffed owl bear, and I'm like, I need a Chomp. I need my baby Chomp. I am happy we're getting Hogwarts Legacy 2. There's, once again, I feel like we've used the word nuance a lot this stream, like it's fucking word of the day. But there is a lot of nuance around what's happening in the Harry Potter franchise as well, because there is a lot of involvement from J.K. Rowling, both in, I don't know so much about the game because I do believe Avalanche Studios is separating themselves from J.K. Rowling, but the TV show that we're getting based off the books that is going to go a lot deeper into the lore, which I actually am excited for. She's very heavily involved in that. It's one of those things. I'm excited, but I sometimes feel guilty for being excited because I know what kind of person she is. So it's something like grappling art versus the artist. And I do think Daniel Radcliffe, of all people, put it very well, because Daniel Radcliffe is the face of Harry Potter and he grew up with it. And he was talking about the fact that Hogwarts has become home for so many people. Even though she created it, she doesn't own it. Oh, Pet Axolotl. Oh my God, one of my streamer friends had a pet axolotl. Speaking, has anyone heard from Kuiper? I need to check in. Oh my God, that's one of those things. It's like, I have not heard from Kuiper in forever. But yeah, Daniel Radcliffe put it very well when he said Hogwarts became a home and a refuge for so many people. She doesn't get to destroy that. So I am excited, especially because if you were a fan of the books, you know the movies are very good, but they're also watered down in a lot of the characteristics and what made the characters fun. So there's a lot to be discovered there. It was mostly it's rough to talk about J.K. Rowling because I don't want to give the wrong information. Basically, what it seemed like at first, she said something that was borderline transphobic and everyone called her out on it, right? And then she kind of had this ego moment where she realized she's J.K. Rowling. She's one of the richest authors of all time, and literally, as long as there is still a group of people who is going to consume something Harry Potter related, she's never going to have to worry about the opinions of the majority of the people. So it's like once she realized that, she just kept hammering home these terrible ideas and then also giving money to anti-trans government organizations in the UK. She's done a lot of that, like not lobbying, but gifting money to a lot of TERF things. She's from TERF Island. Pretty much. That's the best way to put it. It started off as something that could have been taken, at least if it's the tweet that I'm thinking about. Let me just put full responsibility out there. If it is the tweet that I'm thinking about, it is something that could have been taken out of context, but then I think that her ego got to her and she realized I'm J.K. Rowling and no one will ever touch me. Just this massive ego spike. And then she just didn't care. And she just kept going in on these horrible, non-inclusive takes, just tearing people down, while also acting like she's like the greatest thing ever. Like, the Harry Potter books are okay. They're great when you're a child. When you're a child, the Harry Potter books are amazing. Reading them as an adult, you're like, there was a lot of room for improvement. It's gonna be interesting.
Excellent work.
I will say, if they do Hogwarts Legacy 2, all I am asking for is a Triwizard Tournament. That is all I want, is a Triwizard Tournament. I think that the Triwizard Tournaments, like pitting schools against each other and making kids fight, is like one of the funnest parts of the lore. Let the kids fight. The worst that can happen is someone dies. Ragtag, how you doing?
How many crow houses are there, Lucanus?
A few dozen. Only 5 I'd recommend.
You've all such a fierce reputation outside.
Oh, it was a wisp. There was a wisp here that was giving me trouble.
My grandmother knew what that took.
That very weird spaces isn't yeah, if it's not something related to a motorcycle, doesn't bang work, it's not on your radar. Yeah, my parents are kind of similar too. They mostly just don't like to be on the internet. My sister is very similar as well. She finds the... Do you have a wisp?
Trouble ahead.
My sister is very much only let things, like, don't bother with things you can't control. So she does not even look on social media if she can help it. If she can help it, she is not on social media. So she misses a lot of things. We'll connect the new Harry Potter Max series. Oh, so the new game is going to connect to the HBO series, the HBO Max series. That makes sense. I feel like that is going to become a lot more common as we get more and more adaptations that people have faith in, basically. As more adaptations come around that people have faith in. Okay, he just bounced. Sure. The OG Harry Potter games. I miss the OG Harry Potter games. Oh my god, they're so cursed. The like old Hagrid and old Dumbledore and trying to find the jelly beans. Wild. Yeah, the Neon Pope. I think it was a Pride demon. At least it looked like Pride. I haven't seen mods for Hogwarts Legacy, but I know people have made it more friendly for people like me that do not like creepy crawlies. However, what I will say is that for some reason, the weird little dudes on like the wheels, the fake spiders, scare me more than the real spiders. They do. They freak me out. A mod to turn spiders into hamburgers? I feel like that's going back to the OG Skyrim days too. I know people used to turn spiders into bears and all kinds of stuff. Oh man, that's something else. I missed out on being able to watch Miranda play because I didn't play. I'll catch up at some point. She knows that I mean to watch. It's just not a now thing. I did eat today. I need to eat again after stream, but I did eat today. Hey, dude. Can I take your money?
For us? Thanks.
Very generous.
Very generous. As we take from the dead. You know what they say, a dead man's stuff is mine now. How long ago? Shut up. Yeah, pretty much. I've been doing a lot better. The protein coffees have been helping a lot because obviously I drink a lot of coffee during the day. And knowing that I'm at least, oh dang it, just off. Knowing that I'm at least getting 20 grams of protein from basically a coffee smoothie has been helping a lot. I never get that deep into games, but you did 100% Hogwarts Legacy? Let's go. I've heard it was one of those platinums that was just fun to get. It was just fun to do. I will make an effort to do it at some point. I don't know when. Because right now, this is my brain in order. This is my brain in order. We finish this. We do Fallout 3. We finish Fallout 3, we do New Vegas. And then, I don't know what is calling me to Death Stranding, but I want to play Death Stranding. But I have to play it with you guys because there's going to be so much downtime. There's going to be so much downtime lugging myself up hills and rocking the baby and staying away from phantoms and staring at Mads Mikkelsen. There's just so much to do. Hey, what do dead people need, jewelry or money? What's good being buried with it? Just like what happened in Vision. I could totally dig him up and harvest the vibranium, and then you'd have to deal with Wanda. That would be the scary bit, is that you'd have to deal with Wanda. There's an extra bit of this catacomb. Let's see if we can't see it. Someone say Kojima? Yes, but not for what you want. I am so sorry. I already know where this is going. Wait, this is probably an Emmerich quest. This is probably a Mornwatcher quest because there's a big door at the end of that hallway that I know is not open. Side activities in Hogwarts Legacy are doable, if not a bit boring. Think I could ever finish the side quest is Arkham Knight. Oh, that's the one that gets very bat tanky. Yeah. I need to go back and restart the Arkham franchise and play it with you guys or play it for you guys. Okay. We need to be in the Riven Coast, but like I don't want anything story related. Didn't she walk away the first time? Who did? Finds out about it. Then it's been looking into tech stuff for you. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it doesn't have to be like a big list. It definitely doesn't. It would just be helpful to kind of have a ballpark of exactly kind of what needs to go where. Am I crazy? I feel like I'm not going towards the right destinations. Couldn't watch it when Miranda did it. The combat was so repetitive to me, found it boring, which is crazy. She is very entertaining, but sometimes you can't help those types of situations when the combat is like that. I definitely need to... There's a champion, the Hall of Valor, search the crossroads. Let's go back into the crossroads then, if that's the case. I definitely need to play some games first and then watch Miranda, because I think Miranda's a little bit more tame than I am sometimes. I think when it comes to video games, she might be a nicer person. So I want to be able to play it my way first and then watch Miranda do it. I feel like it's a little bit more tame than how I operate. Oh, 100% all the Arkham games. I did the... I think it was City. I think it might have been City that I had a platinum for on my PS4. I'd have to check. But I really, 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 really liked the Riddler stuff. She might be nicer in person. I can confirm that I've met her in person and she did not hit me with a car. Or steal my car. Can confirm. She did not steal my car or hit me with a car. Good person. Good friend. I don't have bad friends. I don't. Oh, oh man, Adam, you just started that. Is it like just a very short game? I've heard it's very good. I've heard narratively it's amazing. I think it was up for a narrative award at one point. For like the year it came out. How do you have 9 platinums for Arkham Knight? How many consoles do you have, Edward? Did she try and miss? No. But also, I was the one driving us, so that could also be it. First GTA mod yesterday? Ooh, how'd it go? How's it like running and functioning? I loved the Riddler trophies, but then again, I like the Riddler in general.
Another question about the crows, Lucanus.
Unbind this path, dweller.
Dang it!
Seek what is hidden.
I want to go there now. Have 9 Arkham plates. That sounds about right. 20 burner PlayStation account. Why? Why? You gave yourself superpowers? Oh, so like Saints Row 4? Or is it Saints Row 5? One of them. I don't think I got any door juice. I do got door juice. Edward, that is so much extra work. That is so, you know, you can just replay the game, right? You don't have to. You don't have to do all that. Place used to be full of spirits who flocked to Solus's cause. When the ritual went wrong, when everything went wrong, he vanished and the spirits stopped coming. Where are you, my friend? You stopped the Avanaris, but broke the world. Please tell me you didn't leave me to fix all this alone. Oh, poor Philosan. He sounds like a homie. And we all know Solus is an asshole, so I think he got left alone. He needs all the trophies again. You know, I stopped questioning Edward quite some time ago. About the same time I realized he catfished me into becoming a moderator. At that point, I was just like, I need to respect the hustle. I need to respect the hustle. Thank you for the hydrate. I promise I'll drink water after this. I'm just... Oh, I'm a dumbass. I'm definitely super tired today, so I am drinking coffee, and then I'm going to dilute that with some vitamin C and get ready for bed afterwards. Or I might stay up and play Astrobot. I don't know yet. Saints Row 4. I miss Saints Row. Saints Row was just... Oh my god. Chonky. Chonky. Bad chonky boy. Hey. Stop being a hoe. Stop it. Stop it. Oh my god. Oh my god, this place is scary. You're gonna stay up and play Astrobot. You don't know anything about me or the life I live. I am in... Oh my god, so much has happened. Why does my team not hit harder? That is all I want to know. That is, I will take Act 1 Shadowheart over the shit you guys are doing right now. And you don't even realize how much of an insult that was. But you don't know anything about me. But Astrobot is so cute and it makes me happy. Stop firing at me. I'm allergic to arrows. It's a medical condition. I'm gonna have to call my doctor. Okay, I don't think it turns that way. It turns that way. Okay, I see the other one. Ah. Oh my god, I never would have guessed. You just blew my mind with that insane knowledge that you have just bestowed upon me. Mostly shapeshift powers. Oh god, they keep coming. They keep going.
Those Fen'Harel altars.
Consisting with her arc? You can totally change it. It's all because she's a freaking trickster cleric. It's all because she's a trickster cleric. You change her to a life cleric, she can resurrect the whole team in one go. Okay, I hate this place, so I'm just going to see myself out. But yeah, I accepted Shadowheart does not exist to be a heavy hitter. You gave yourself every power you can think of. Would you play Forspoken? I started Forspoken, and thank you, Mira, for clearing that up. Oh, wait, are you asking? Been wanting to play Forspoken. Oh, Van, sorry. Excellent. Looking at two chats at once again. We started Forspoken back when it very first came out. I thought the combat was really, really good. I thought the combat was extremely polished. The combat is beautiful to look at. The world is very pretty. But damn, okay. I think that the storytelling is very lackluster. I think the storytelling is very dumbed down, and it's very... No one is writing to show and not tell anymore, and it's driving me bonkers. I'm doing my best. But her ship being out of alignment... Ooh. No, no, it's gonna... I see why. That's not fair. There we go. Could y'all keep the range off me? If you could do that, I could settle this. That's fine, we'll recover. There we go. Come on. Do your jobs. Lucanus, I can see how you got caught. You're a bad assassin. I would trust Shadowheart to give me swimming lessons before I trust you to watch my back. Once again, you don't understand how much of an insult that is. How do I get these things going? So I was like holding it in, like my finger was just like like pause right there. Lucanus, you know what, Lilac? You might be right. He might still be petty about Treviso. Where's the Antom? Why can't I turn this statue? Lucanus, why are you against me? It's just a coffee shop and everyone you've ever known and loved. You will get over it. We can make new memories. Is it because of you that I can't touch things? Everyone's like, boo-hoo, my family's gone. So? Ooh, show me the first page of the book. Don't have quality control or globally agreed on standards. They do if they have barcode tattoos in the back of their head. Then there's a standard. Okay, perfect. Now things are making sense. MC Hammer, yeah. And unfortunately, they did in fact touch this, and it was quite agitating. Okay, so you are facing across that bridge. Okay. Oh, okay. I wasn't gonna read it right now, unless you want me to read it out loud. I will say, I was watching another streamer play this too, and one thing that she also pointed out that I wouldn't say is a big negative for me, but you know, I also have noticed it. There's not necessarily as much of a focus on the interconnection and relationships of your companions, like...
The Antom are trying to cut us off.
And that's a lot of what kind of made Mass Effect fun, was watching these people who had generational beef, like their grandparents fought in wars against each other, and watching them have to learn to get along. Up. Up! Oh no, I knew that was coming. Up. Are you right there? No, you're over there. Get over here. Who had parents that fought in the Rachni War and the Krogan rebellions? True. Oh my god. Walking around the Citadel and listening to the Asari talk and hearing little things. And then if you talk enough to Mordin, you can basically learn the biological signs of whose parents are who. So I felt so bad for that one girl who's like, you don't think my dad's a Vorcha, do you? And I think she was, oh my god, she's allergic to dairy, which is the sign that one of your non-Asari parents is a Vorcha. Kind of felt bad for the girl. Oh! Okay, just jump across the damn field then. Okay. Come on. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna wait for Emmerich. Who gave you guys flamethrowers? Oh. Oh, wait. This is something I activate. We're fine. So as of right now, it could be anyone between Nev, Davrin, and Emmerich. Those are who we are looking at this current point in time as romantical options. Not everyone can have two MILF parents like Liara. Who was Liara's other mom? Oh, wait, yes, we did meet her. Yes, we did, because Liara's a Quarter Krogan. It's the bartender from the Citadel. Yes. That's how into that game I was. The slightest little things I end up remembering. Yes! Oh my god, I loved her. Okay, we gotta pull. I see it. Oh no, we can't romance Manfred. He's a child. And you know, his spirit's a child.
There. I'd say that's where we're headed.
His spirit is a child. Backshot roulette here? Wait. Oh, did someone say buckshot roulette and it got misread or something? Why is everywhere I turn there's people? I am antisocial. Okay. Ah. I'm gonna... If you have a mom and she's hot, I'm gonna sleep with your mom. I'm just letting you know right now. Get out. I will take the stupid robot men over the damn Kunari with the range weapons any day. I have not... Ooh. I need to find a new playthrough of Mass Effect now that Basics is done. I need to find new friends. As pocket of giggities for the world this evening, indeed. Particularly for people who make me upset who have hot mothers. They will know my wrath. At least their moms will. Well, no wonder your damage sucked. That's why you shouldn't go on vacation just because you're sad.
You can tell this statuette is the real thing. A memory fragment. And not just because it was very well guarded.
Okay, Prez. That don't mean she can't be hot. That does not mean she can't be hot. What are we talking about? Oh, I did not watch Lightweights. Oh man, I do need to do that. Oh dang, that is something I need to do. I love that woman. And someone else I've met in person. I'm not just saying I love random people. I actually have met Tegan. Accuse you of stealing the wolf statue, but they did just kind of leave it. Exactly. Why are you putting your stuff out in the open if you don't want it taken? It's like people's Christmas decorations, right? Why would you put it out there and not nail it down if you didn't want me to take it? And also, if you're gonna nail it down, why didn't you use better spikes? You know, I can't control everything.
Another question about the crows, Lucanus.
Oh, she didn't do an in-depth... Oh, so she never learned that Athena was, Oh my god, I don't even know if that's how you pronounce her name anymore. She never learned that's Liana's mom. Liara. Liara's mom. There you go. Oh, that's rough. I feel like Mass Effect was the perfect first starter game for me because, I had this sinking suspicion, right? That if I didn't do absolutely everything and talk to every single person who has ever existed in this franchise, the fandom would eat me alive. And you know what? I was right about that. Oh, you know what though? I think I remember on Twitter, cause Light's husband also has a Twitter and I follow him too. I think she did not have the best time playing Mass Effect. Maybe because she wasn't as thorough in like the dialogue options. So she probably did end up getting like some shitty people, which is not cool, okay? People are going to miss things. Like, don't take that type of stuff out on streamers. Lilac! Lilac, do you want to live? That's not even a threat. Like, it sounded like a threat, but it's not one. Do you want to feel like you're truly alive? Is a better way to put it. Do you want to feel like the world makes sense? Play Mass Effect. All the pieces just fall into place. Someday you're gonna run out of air. Yeah, that one did sound like a threat. That's okay though. Could have been worse. I'm looking for something, that's why I'm bypassing. Oh wait, I shouldn't be bypassing these Darkspawn. I forgot there's a count on them. Hold up, let me go check on that. There's a count on these things to open up that weird tree root. Haven't been here in so long I forgot. I know! Not many people play Kingdom Hearts! I think a lot of people do think it's a kid's game, and like, yeah, it's got Disney IPs and Disney properties, and it plays out like a Disney movie. Like, it teaches you the importance of friendship and looking out for your friends and being true to yourself and whatever. But man, has Kingdom Hearts also made me cry. Meg has never played Kingdom Hearts.
Is everyone intact?
Meg would be crying all the time. And I'm not saying that in a happy way as if I want my friends to cry, but I'm saying it in a, she needs to experience this. Okay. So let's not pass the Darkspawn. We gotta kill about 23 of them, I think. Teaches you to watch a 6-hour video to catch up on lore. Okay, that's actually very true. One of the worst things that happened to that franchise was when they packed all of the lore into the like 2.2 and 2.3 and 2.4, because in order to truly understand the story, yes, you do have to play Chain of Memories. Yes, you do have to play Death by Sleep. Yes, you do have to play 365 days. It's 365 days? It's something and a half. Anyway, you have to play all the in-between games to understand the main story. I can, ooh, you know what? It might be fun. Because I made the joke one time, because people love to talk about FNAF lore and how deep Freddy Fazbear lore is. And I'm like, Freddy Fazbear lore is foreplay in comparison to Kingdom Hearts lore. I'm just telling you. They had no business making that children's game so complex. I think it might be fun to run through them from the very beginning and then piece together the story as we go, because I have a pretty decent idea of like the history with the Master of Masters and the Keyblade War and all that other shit.
Another question about the crows, Lucanus.
But it might be more like fulfilling to go back and redo them all. 358 and got you.
Forgive me.
Over 2. Yeah. Thank you. There we go. There we go. I knew it had a weird name.
By my count, I cannot say if yours would agree.
Oh. Are the girls fighting? Can you guys do that later? Can you guys kill Darkspawn while you're fighting? That would really help me.
More trouble.
Sometimes the best ending to a game is God of War 2. The best ending to any game is God of War 2. Like any game, you're playing Tomb Raider and suddenly Kratos and Boy come out of the mist and it's like, Loki goes, Atreus stays. And then for some reason you're crying, but you don't know these people. I've heard that Stalker is very good. I've heard it's still a little janky because it is brand new, but I have heard that a lot of people are enjoying Stalker. I don't think I'll get around to it anytime soon. I think I'm already spread too thin. Especially because I want to do reaction content again. I think I'm already gone. I think we've gotten as much out of Sin as we're going to get.
With little holding them together.
Everything in the Fade is magic, a reflection. Don't think of it like the real world.
For saying no. There was this whole thing of Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo where they were doing a press tour, a press junket. And, you know, a lot of those questions are kind of basic. They're things that have definitely been asked before because there's only so many ways you can ask the exact same question. And this interviewer was like, do you guys have any secret talents that people would be surprised that you have? And Ariana Grande has several that she's already shared with the world. She's a really good impersonator and whatnot. And she literally looks at the guy and she's like, no, I have nothing else to give this world. And I was like, you know what, bestie? I get you. I get you. And then Cynthia Erivo did not help at all because she told the interviewer and thus the world that Ariana Grande is actually a talented watercolor painter. So it's like, okay, so she does have something to give the world. Says no to gravity every time she plays. Damn it, Cynthia Erivo, she really is out here upping me, one-upping me, being the best gamer that we could ever imagine. She's defying gravity. What other gamers do that? Themes they did. Simple and Clean is so good. Dearly Beloved is still my morning ringtone. I wake up every morning to Dearly Beloved. Did I lock myself out of here? Perhaps so. Perhaps so. Glad you're back to reactions in time for The Last of Us Season 2. Yes, it's definitely going to be a process. I'm in this weird space now where, and it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. There are so many things that make me happy that like the dopamine kicks in that I feel like I'm pulled in multiple directions at one time. So sometimes I feel bad because in my head I'm like, man, I could be doing reaction content, or man, I could be playing Final Fantasy VII, or man, I could download one of the other 30 games that I've had my eye on and then just play those. So I feel very grateful that there's a lot of things in the world that are keeping me happy and entertained at the moment, but I'm also like, I wish I could just focus on one thing. But yeah, we will be doing The Last of Us Part 2. I do want to do a full reaction to Arcane because I've never seen Arcane. Love Simple and Clean, Sanctuary. Sanctuary's really good. The one from KH3 with Skrillex. Yes, Sanctuary's really good. Especially that bass drop when they're running up the different sides of the spiral tower. I'm like, that is cinema. Doing business helped along by the baby's kicks. A little motivation. It's like, Mom, stop jostling me around, man. Stop jostling me. Kick the bladder. Man. They do be demanding, even in the beginning. I say as someone who was once a baby. These past few days came out of a cloudy place. Brain wants everything to be happy. I managed to write a bit. Let's go for writing. And oh my god, writing when you're in a rut is so difficult because you kind of just write in a word. At least this is what I do. I don't know how many other people are like this. When you're in a rut, but you know you need to write, you're basically word vomiting. And then when you're in a better mood, you go back and you look at it and you're like, what the fuck was I doing? None of this makes sense. And it's all terrible because I can feel my own depression in the pages.
That's where we're headed.
Okay, but like, how do I open this door? It's a fancy door. Oh, X-Men 97. Okay, Castlevania. Yes. I adore Castlevania. I'm very excited for more Olrox. We've already had this conversation before. I know I'm the odd man out. I don't like Alucard's new look. I know it's supposed to look more like the game. I don't care. I don't care. Bring back my blonde twink. Well, he's too twinkish now. That's the problem. He's too twinkish now. Everything used to be fine. You should ride his revenge. Okay, not that way. Oh, your little typewriter keyboard. Do you like the clicky clacky sounds? Very active tonight. Does she respond to certain sounds or certain people's voices? I know that's a thing sometime. Where it's like certain people's voices will make the baby more active. The blonde twink? No, not Mikola. No, we're past that blonde twink. We're talking about the other blonde twink.
Lucanus, do the implications of your work...
See, Mikola is problematic. He's the problematic blonde twink, and then Alucard is the victim, you know?
Yes, of course.
Two different people.
But in your case, it's a profession rather than an act of necessity.
I'm not sure the Venatori or
Yay.
the Antam see the distinction
Okay.
as you do.
I was like, I need more Darkspawn. Are y'all using light mode again? Like weirdos. Oh, okay. Hold up, I'm in a weird place. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you and her dad. Get away from me. Maeve kept calling it that. I hear twink. I always think of Huey from The Boys. Huey is a twink. Queen Maeve is always right. Oh, sorry guys. I'm telling you, I swear up and down I dusted this room, but that also is what gave me a stuffy nose. I'm convinced that I almost killed myself by cleaning, and that's why you shouldn't clean. Lilac. No, they actually didn't. Yeah, she's not straight. Nope. Forget anything you were told about Carmela and just go watch it. Just go watch it. I don't know where that narrative came from. I don't know who told you that. Not true. Go watch it. Talks and bam, she starts moving, starts the wiggling. Just wants to see what's up. Yeah, don't fall for their lies. Do not fall for their lies. Go watch it. Carmela is a bad bitch. Oh, hey! That was that skill point I was looking for. I would have kept bypassing it, too. Nice. Why'd you add an extra E? Oh, I have one, like, teeny tiny eyelash that is stabbing me in the eyeball. Oh, is Lilac lying? Or was Lilac lied too? Dang it. Hold up. I hope I got... Man. Dumb Cats movie turned magical Mr. Mistlefields, fabulous gay cat magician into a meek straight guy? Why? That sounds so boring. Okay, I need to go see what's in my eye. I need to go see what's in my eye. This will take very short amount of time. I'm not even gonna leave the room. I'm going over to the mirror. Okay. Gross. Speaking of eyes, got mine checked. Ooh, are you going blinder? No, it's the time. No worries, Grumpy. I hope the gym goes well tomorrow. Enjoy the gains. Enjoy the gains and get good protein. What do you mean I'm one dark spawn down? Someone attack me. Attack me before I attack your mothers. Keanu Reeves' voice makes the baby. Honestly, that is understandable. That's understandable. It's Keanu Reeves. Why do you sound excited about me potentially going blinder? I also like the word blinder. Have you ever thought maybe I was just saying one of my favorite words? Not everything's about you, Charlie. I'm determined I'm gonna find one last freaking darkspawn. And I'm going to complete my ritual. Keanu Reeves should do audiobooks. That's the thing, though. That man cannot voice act. He's just Keanu Reeves. But we love him so much that we ignore the fact that he can't voice act. He's just so beloved that he gets a free pass. Where does this go? I don't know, but I'm about to get in the boat. Send me away, brother.
Onward, dweller.
Honestly, Keanu Reeves makes a lot of sense. Was watching The Matrix the other day. I still haven't seen The Matrix. The baby's seen The Matrix before I have. Or at least heard The Matrix before I have. I'm being beat out in my cinematography goals or not cinematography. Dystography? The baby's seen more films than me. That gonna be rough. Oh man, my eye. For my ladies, it's my mascara has like dried and it started flaking and the flakes like got in my eye. And I think I got some of them, but I don't think I'm gonna get all of them. Okay. Fingers crossed the dark spawn have respawned, because that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to spawn. I need to make a note to myself to go to the hardware store and just straight up get Gorilla Glue and fix this freaking thing on my desk. Yeah, we got it. We only needed one more soul. Let's go.
We need to close here.
We're not closing anything. We're going this way, Lucanus. Better yet, Numbor baby beat you to hearing The Matrix. Next, you're gonna have her watching all the Indiana Jones films, and then I'm gonna be super behind. You just shot me in the butt. I hope you're happy. Interstellar, get the baby to watch Interstellar. That is a movie that I have been told many times that I would adore, because I think there's like trace amounts of time travel in it. And not time travel like in a weird way, but time travel is in, I believe the gravitational pull and the electromagnetism of certain planets changes, obviously, the way people age. Actually, we tested that. We had a set of twins that were astronauts, and we sent one into space for a long period of time and not the other. And the one that was in space was visibly younger than the one that was on Earth. Could that also be because the things on Earth are toxic? Yeah. But we were largely attributed to his DNA had gotten older than the brother that went to space. Let me in. Nice. The baby watched Interstellar? Man, I really am behind. Ability damage is always a critical hit. That is spicy. Ooh, that's spicy. I like that. And it broke again. Get the baby to watch all of Fallout. I'm getting around to it. Pinky double swear. Pinky double swear. Pinky double swear. I need to go take out some champions because I'm
I
missing.
find it extremely interesting, Lucanus, that you consider the point of view of your enemies in battle.
Damn it.
I have to. It's much more difficult to
If this was Skyrim, that would have worked. Just letting you know. Complete Rebirth too. Oh, start playing Rebirth now, and by the time the baby gets here, you'll be done and I'll still be playing it. Yeah, that'd happen too. Okay, that's a gift. Tash wants to go to the beach. Oh yeah, I completely ignored her friendship quest. My bad. I'll be back for you. I promise. Super dog Pinky swear. Hossberg Wetlands is Warden territory, I think. To get the baby to watch the Titanic. Oh, you can't forget Everything Everywhere All at Once. I didn't do that one either. Play all the Fallout games. Lucky for Sin, that was years before I was pregnant. Yeah! I got the baby beat there. I shouldn't be so happy that I beat a baby to something. I shouldn't be happy that I beat a baby to something. The bar's really low. If a spray drink high C would technically be spicy. Funny. That's humorous. My mom laughed so hard when she found out I dyed my hair last night to get rid of the grays. She said, I need to tell your father this immediately. He'll be thrilled. When gray at 28 and no one told you? Oh, them genetics gotcha, Charlie. Oh, them genetics be hitting ya. They be a hittin'. Honestly, some people make going gray look really good. Some people embrace it and they're just like, well, this is my hair now. And they really do rock it.
Oh,
Maybe play Fallout soon again? Sure. Just an upgrade.
good day.
Okie dokie, artichoke. We are on the hunt for chest. And we're also on the hunt for something else. Champions. That's what I'm doing. Champion hunting.
Let's find those boil samples. Looks like there's caves on the far side of the village. We can start there.
You've been to the farmlands.
I thought,
There's a family.
Adam, I
Yes.
thought you said I'm pretty sure Brad Pitt is gay and people just can't tell. And I was like, I can tell, but then I reread it.
happened. They knew. But if they knew, why aren't they
Then I
here?
reread it.
If I find anything, I'll let you know.
Sorry, niggas that are dyeing the sides of your hair. Oh, dyeing the sides of your hair, great. Ooh, that could be fun. You can go for like a Doctor Strange look with the gray tuft coming up into your hair. Brad Pitt is gay. Honestly, I'm down to believe it. I'm down to believe it, and I'm down to believe that Scientology won't let him be openly gay.
Whatever happened here looks like Demeter's Crossing.
But there are survivors.
I've got food if you're looking. Not
Also,
much to
Morgan
forage
Freeman, that
out
man
there.
is 50 years old since he was 20. Oh, you mean like aging and then sticking one way? Yeah, I know they
Something's
made that
blocking it
sound.
From the other side.
What also makes that? It's like a cartoon villain. Oh my god, what is that? I'm gonna remember the most random time. He's part of a cult? Dude! Oh wait, are you talking about Morgan Freeman or Brad Pitt? because you might be confused. Brad Pitt is like the poster child for Scientology. Morgan Freeman is fine.
Can fix all this.
Is it bad that I don't actually want appearances from the Wardens? I thought I was gonna want to collect them. But I'm honestly like, no, you guys don't have style.
You're set. Keep those weapons sharp.
I thought Tom Cruise. Wait. I always get them confused. Okay, my bad. Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt, not the same person. How? Because they were in Interview with a Vampire together. Keep up. Keep up.
Are you here to help Lavendale?
Also, how can you be a fully functioning straight man who likes women and not worship the ground Angelina Jolie walks on? Food for thought.
I'm Bastion. There's more out there than Blight.
Oh yeah, when I said Chris Pratt has never done anything wrong, but I was thinking of Chris Pine. I was thinking of Chris Pine.
They say the Lord had some
Squirrel,
cursed
welcome
treasure.
back.
One day he just disappeared.
Morgan Freeman is God, yeah. I do get that reference. Okay, I get the reference, but I don't know what it's from. I get the joke, but I don't know where it's from. Okay, my discography is extremely limited. Angelina's hot, but I never found her that hot.
It bears investigation.
I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna look this up. And I'm a judge. And I'm a judge. I understand your type. Okay. That's basically all I needed to know. She's a beautiful woman. She really is. The person you shared. But Angie's Angie. The baby will know the reference. Okay, maybe I haven't seen Bruce Almighty. And what about it? Whenever people are like, how have you not seen these movies? Like, you're definitely lying. I'm like, do you realize that my entire life is video games? And it's been my entire life for the past 24 years? I don't have time to watch movies. I'm gaming. I'm a gamer. Jennifer Aniston over Angelina Jolie? No. Okay, morally, maybe because of the cheating stuff, but no. Angie's Angie. You haven't seen Bruce Almighty? Alrighty then. Yeah. It sounds familiar, but yeah, there's a... Okay, Squirrel, you're new here. So, a non-comprehensive list of things I haven't seen. The Jurassic Park franchise. The Indiana Jones films, which I'm currently watching. The Titanic. Everything Everywhere All at Once. Interstellar. The Godfather. Green Mile. Schindler's List. Yeah. There's a lot.
That's our blight boil.
Lilac, I like that. I'm with Lilac.
Guessing they'll need more than one.
We shall not be comparing the beautiful women.
Any study, unpleasant though.
Unless we're talking about how amazing they would be if they got together. Okay, this is such a niche thing. Please tell me that I am not the only person who knows what Domingo is from SNL. You watched all those films while pregnant? Clary, you watched Schindler's List while pregnant? Were you crying? Actually, that's a weird question because not everyone gets super emotional when they get pregnant, but I feel like Schindler's List makes everyone cry. Those are pretty good if you decide to watch them. I'll do reactions to them. I'm using my reaction channel as a way to keep myself like accountable. A way to keep myself accountable for the movies I need to watch. But yeah, please tell me I'm not the only person who knows what Domingo is from SNL. No, come all this way. How to explain direct from Domingo? How do you guys not know him?
I find it extremely interesting, Lucanus, that you consider the point of view.
Okay, the next time we do a community like long Saturday.
It's much more difficult.
No, that's Duolingo. The next time we do like a long community day, we definitely need to compile a list of videos that like you guys want me to see and a list that I want you guys to see. Because I feel like in general, we look at very different media. How to explain direct from Domingo. Thought about the movie we watched yesterday? I didn't get to watch it. I kept having internet issues. I swear I had to reprocess the next Tomb Raider video 3 different times. It just would not finish. So I ended up having to choose between finishing my edit or watching the Blumhouse movie. Wait, there's probably a demon in that cyst. Are we good?
What were we talking about? Exactly. The utilitarian
Okay, this is another thing that I'm not gonna lie is pissing me off about the design of this game. Let them just continue their conversation in combat. Like, these are professionals, especially Lucanus. They don't have to restart the conversation. They've been having the same conversation for like the past 2 areas. Blumhouse movie? It was The House of Spoils. Was Domingo played by Marcelo Hernandez? I don't know that guy's name. I just know he's on he's like the new SNL It Boy because the skit they did with Ariana Grande was so good. Oh, let me just pop. Can't get Twitch to accept the upload to save my life. It's been to accept an upload. What are you trying to upload? Maybe I can try it on my end because it's been really weird about editor permissions versus owner permissions. Man, you are a springy little guy. You're springy. Okay, let's see if we can nail him down for a second. He's just a springy little guy. Not him stomping about like he's Garp. That is something else I would love to do, but I have heard so many horror stories about copyright claims for anime reactions, but I'm like, I need to watch more anime. Companions with talk in combat. I love if they just ripped the Lord of the Rings and had 2 companions competitively kill enemies and talk during combat. See, that would be fun. It would also, like Lord of the Rings, yes, but a more modern example, Hawkeye and Black Widow do it. They're professionals. They have something they want to talk about. They're going to continue their conversation. Okay. It sucks that I keep getting stuck in their dialogue when I'm sure it's not anything like so important that they just can't talk through it as we're moving. Where'd he go? Ah! Oh! Oh no, I'm chilled. No, he's chilled. You need to chill out. Did you heal? You sneaky man. I think you healed. I've seen what creators do anime reactions. They load their thoughts to YouTube and link a free Patreon video. Ooh. Yeah, I have seen that too. I have seen that too. My only concern about that is that, man, the person who started that trend, I think she still makes content, but she doesn't get, half the views that she used to. Because the algorithm kind of blacklisted her for the way that she was doing it. Essentially, it is still against the law to upload like a full reaction to Patreon, and you run a very fine risk when you do that type of thing. You do anime reactions? I want to! Xenon! I'm thinking in a second. How you been? I definitely want to get back into more anime because I used to watch a lot of it, and I've missed a lot of the new age stuff that came out because my main anime is JJK. That's on a break, even though I did finish reading the manga. I finished Attack on Titan. It was great. I finished reading Demon Slayer. Honestly, I would rather listen to them, especially when a fight like gets long like this. I'd rather them be chatting. Ow. Okay, I need that. Oh! A little input reader. Oh, I've heard good things about Kaiju number 8. Oh my god, what do you mean I can't jump through that? Are you serious? I've been meaning to watch that. Elfen Lied, I think is how it's pronounced, is another one that's been on my list. Out of the way. What is it called? Trigun or something with the blonde guy who wears the glasses. I've heard the animation on that is really good. Man, we are really just picking. Okay, you know what? I don't want to do this. I don't want to be here. You're rude. Oh, Dan to Dan. Yeah, I've heard of Dan to Dan too. I've kept up with a little of like the most recent stuff in Dan to Dan, but so I do know it's kind of a messed up one. Been watching My Hero Academia. I got into that for a little while. I read the end of the manga, but I stopped watching quite some time ago. But I did read the end. Elden Lied is a wholesome anime about a girl trying to find a family. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. Fryrend was good. Oh, I've seen... Okay. So, I feel like that particular anime tried to gaslight me because I get a lot of fight AMVs for animes on my TikTok, and I got this amazing one for that mage anime, and then I was like, oh my god, I'm so excited to watch this, and then someone was like, yeah, literally you got all the best clips from the one episode that they're all fighting. It's like, really? Okay. Dan was so fun, and then Ep7 come along and punched you in the gut and kicked dirt in your eye when you were down. That's how animes work. They make you feel good, and then they rip your soul out. That is the whole point of anime, is to make you sad. Watch way many animes, job has flexible hours, too much time, plus to work from home. I understand. If I'm ever just having like a spreadsheet day where I'm basically kind of working on my own solo, taking care of some like planning and stuff, and no one needs me, then I'm literally just finding something to watch. It helps the ADHD to listen to something while I work. That's how I ended up getting such a big chunk through One Piece, and then realizing I didn't watch a whole lot of the show. I just had it on in the background. The Echo always has answers, always listens to, thinks clearing the board. It's making sure I'm ready. Nothing has to change. The days don't have to change. Dad will be in the fields. Mom will feel better. Her voice is in the well now too. Need everything to be ready for when Blight comes. Oh, okay.
This Echo made promises and then...
Can I jump in?
Well. An Echo?
Is little Timmy in the well? Fairy Tail. Oh no. Okay, I started Fairy Tail way back in the day. And then, oh my god, I think there was some filler stuff that I just couldn't work through. So then I started reading it. And I don't think I ever finished it now that I really think about it. Same with, oh my god, with... It's not Black Magic. Black Clover. Black Clover was such a fun shonen. It was such a fun fantasy anime. I really enjoyed it. I hit like one sore spot where everything was moving too slow and I never finished it.
This was farmland.
You're right.
I'm afraid to go too deep in the water. She can't swim. She's kind of stupid like that. Okay, yes, it is this way. Delicious Dungeon is so fun. I didn't make it super far in, which is my own fault. I'll tell you exactly what happened. When they completed their first goal related to the dragon, I was like, okay, so you completed your goal. What the hell is the point of the rest of the series? So then I stopped watching right as they explained why there was more to the dragon bit, and I was like, okay, now I understand why it was so easy for you to complete that first goal. Dug south the field, dug close to the field, don't dig again, keep moving, shout a wish down the well, and we'll say it again, check the fields, it's there, I know it's right, can't leave it yet, dug south field, dug close to the field, dug south field.
Digging over the same areas. What was he searching
Less
for?
known, I think, undead, unwanted adventurer. Let me see. Yeah, there's always that thing where like you want more of something. Did they stop producing it, or is it on hiatus? Oh, I like the style of it. Oh, that's cute. I like the style. I read Solo Leveling. I read the beginning of Solo Leveling way back when it was just a not a manga. It was a webtoon. Thought The Sopranos would be grounded in mafia story like Goodfellas, which it is. It has a lot more trippy dream sequences. That's what happens when you do drug, kids. Watch Overlord. I've heard good things about Overlord. I just haven't sat down to watch that one either. I have not. I need to pick up more manga to read because the mangas that I did read were concluded. There's no more JJK. There's no more Demon Slayer, which I'm sad about. And then sometimes you pick a manga and you're reading it for, I kid you not, a decade. For no reason. There is no damn reason that Black Butler should still be ongoing. I love that franchise as much as the next young closeted bisexual. But come on now, just finish it. I have never read JoJo. I started watching JoJo, and I can see why it's entertaining. But I know I didn't get that far into season 1. That was one of those things that I started watching with another person, and then when I wasn't hanging out with that person anymore, I was like, I'm not watching it. But again, the same thing happened with Attack on Titan. The same person was the one who showed me Attack on Titan, and I was like, I'm keeping this one. This one's mine. This is my personality now. Black Clover's really good. Black Clover is it's a very fun spin on shonen training arcs. Because one thing that I really, well, I can't even say that. I don't know. I feel like some shonen characters, things are coming too easy for them at times, but I do really like Asta, who's the main character of Black Clover. Boochie, how you doing? What's up? Oh yeah, with My Hero. Stopped Attack on Titan as season 2 because of death of one character. You gotta keep going. You can't just stop. You gotta keep going. Who died season 2? Was it the dark-haired girl? I'm trying not to name names. Oh yeah, cause that. Yep. I remember that. You gotta keep going. You gotta. Nothing quite gets me fired up like Attack on Titan, because the way it progresses and the way that Eren grows after season 2, I'm like, you know what? This is a psychopath that I could follow. ReZero. That sounds really familiar too. I can almost see the art style in my head. Yeah, I have seen parts of this. I never got too far into it. That just seems to be like my catchphrase at this point. I've dropped more animes than I have anything else. And a lot of that comes down to I have lost my ability to enjoy animes that are based on children who act like children, which is one thing that kind of turned me off from My Hero Academia, because these are high schoolers trying to like save the world and figure their lives out. And I think I'm just done with that. But then you have Attack on Titan, which is also children, but completely different. Completely different. Why is it not surprising I'm a Jaegerist? Look. You are not showing me 2 seasons of characters, letting me get attached to them, letting me grow close to them and watch them grow as people, and then ripping them away from me. No. See, and that's the thing. Maury and I have gotten into like conversations about this, because Maury's not a Jaegerist and I am. I can completely rationalize. I don't want to talk too much about Attack on Titan, because season 3 is when shit gets wild. And I really enjoy season 3 because of like how just out of it gets. It's supposed to teach you a valuable lesson, but at the same time, I'm like, nah.
Death comes to everyone.
Fuck you.
I get paid to deliver it. Like a letter not everyone wants to read.
You should watch Mob Psycho. The Mob Psycho, that's the one where the kids are in the gang and they're basically all like between the ages of 14 and 17, right? Yes. Oh, no. What's Mob Psycho then? Wait, is Mob Psycho the one where I remember there's an image of like a sniper wearing like a smiley face? Is that Mob Psycho? Okay, we've been in there, right? But yes, 100%. If you stopped right before season 3, you need to keep going. Chainsaw Man was so fun. I need to watch Chainsaw Man, because Chainsaw Man is part of the Unholy Trinity. JJK, Hell's Paradise, and Chainsaw Man. And I love Jujutsu Kaisen. I will not speak on the ending of the manga because it's just... It's what I expected, considering it was the guy's first manga. It's really what I expected from the author in a lot of ways. But I did start watching Hell's Paradise, and I did really enjoy the setup of it. I think the world's really fun. But I haven't seen Chainsaw Man. Never watch Attack on Titan, so no spoilers. Yes, no spoilers. You must see it for yourself. It's something to be experienced. It's something to be experienced. Just watch Korra and you can't say Sue isn't Sokka's daughter. Sokka would never cheat on Suki. Well, that's a theory that some people were talking about, that Suki might have actually died young, because we don't know anything about how Suki dies or when she dies, but while Sokka was building up the government in Republic City, Suki was Zuko's bodyguard. Like, she was his main bodyguard. So people have kind of talked about the idea that maybe she was killed young. What do you mean I can't turn this all the way around? Says who? Sue is too sneaky to be Sokka's daughter? She gets that from Toph. Oh. There we go. Yes, the baby must watch the anime. We have to make this baby into a Jaegerist, okay? You have to start the cult children young. Meeting a friend out by the well, knocked upstairs, but mom said, still not feeling well, I'll be home for supper. If I beat you back to the fields, I'll get it started. Honestly, Team Lin too, because I love J.K. Simmons, right? And I love Tenzin for the type of character he is, and like, he had a really rough go with Korra, and then he made the effort to understand her. And it couldn't have been easy. I feel like they don't talk enough about how training Korra could not have been easy for Tenzin, because he's literally looking at the soul of his father in a different body, but with none of his father's memories unless she were to reach out to Aang. Like, it had to be kind of weird for him, but he made the best of it, and he's an amazing airbender. But I definitely don't forgive him for what happened with Lin and Pima. And in an extent of that, I feel like I've never been a fan of Pima because of Tenzin. Glad we got Korrasami in the comics since Nickelodeon was too chicken. Yeah, they gave like half a second of it at the very end during the spirit beam, but nothing else. Okay.
Whatever this echo was in the well, I think it possessed them. The more people go near it, the more it gets in their minds.
Oh, I was near the well. Did the well not want me? That's pretty freaking rude.
Was it all a game?
That journal mentioned clearing boards from the well.
Oh, Mir, read the manga. It's not completely over with. We're getting an entirely new Avatar series that's based off of the Earthbending, the next Earthbender. It's still not done. I will say the only thing that they truly, outside of the Korra and Asami stuff, because obviously we would have loved to see that, I also don't like that they didn't take the time to at least animate and finish out the story with Zuko and Ursa. Because, I mean, we spent most our childhoods wondering where this man's mom was. I got an idea. Shit. Idea didn't work. I got another idea. This one will work.
Understood.
Yeah! Big brain! Come on, come on, come on! Hit him! Oh, you know what? An avatar as being a pair of twins would be really interesting. Because I feel, you know what though? I could be totally wrong about this, but I feel like if they make the Avatars a set of twins, I would already know where the storyline's going. They would bring back up that whole storyline about the original good versus evil spirits, and it would probably be one twin versus the other. Oh yeah, are we getting a Kyoshi short story? Or like a short animation? I feel like Kyoshi's getting an animation. I love Kyoshi so much because the avatar before Kyoshi was that one waterbender that nothing bad ever happened in his lifetime. And there's a scene from like her comic where she's just meditating and the avatars are trying to give her advice, and that guy shows up and she basically tells them to sit down and shut the fuck up because he's never actually been to war. And I'm like, I love her. So Rava, yeah, I feel like it would just turn into Rava and Vatu. If they make twins into the Avatar, I feel like it is going to become... Because did they destroy Vatu or did they imprison Vatu once again? I feel like it's just going to come down to like classic good versus evil, but with twins. Like if Luke and Leia opposed one another. I feel like that is what will happen.
Yeah, let's get back to Evka and Antoine.
I love earthbenders too, each twin. Oh, Clary brought up a cool point. What if because they're twins, the powers are also split? So one twin only gets 2 elements and the other gets 2 elements.
Light gummed up the entrance. We can cut through.
That would be interesting. Whoever ended up with air would win. I had this conversation with someone who tried to say that air is the weakest of the elements, and I'm like, no. You just think that because airbenders choose to be pacifists. If an airbender wanted to, they could just walk into a room and remove all the oxygen. I don't care what type of bender you are, you ain't doing shit if you can't breathe. The entirety of the Avatar world is lucky that airbenders are non-violent. There's an anime movie about Zuko and people are... Oh, you know what? I don't think Uncle Iroh abandoned his body for the spirit world. I think he just passed away. I could be wrong, but I mean, that was an old dude. That was an old dude, and his life purpose was to make sure Zuko found his way. And plus, additionally, I don't think there really was any bad blood between them at all, because obviously Zuko named... No, because Zuko had a daughter. Zuko's child is Azumi, and then Azumi had Iroh. Yes. Yeah, I think Iroh just passed away. Bloodbending is terrifying. They also didn't, and I understand why they wouldn't do it, because that would require, it would be a bit too much to also go into the fact that a talented metal bender would also be able to control your blood. So if you want to get really technical, probably firebenders are the weakest. Oh, this is that dang dude I couldn't take out. Let me look at my skills really quickly. That's why I'm low iron. Honestly, probably facts. Unless, I'm trying to remember. Oh, I think this was a American Horror Story Coven thing. When Fiona was mad at someone for asking her questions, she used her mind to boil the person's blood in their veins and basically almost killed them from overheating their body. See, if firebenders could figure out how to do that, that would also be pretty snazzy. Could earthbenders control bones? I not sure because The Legend of Korra makes a point of talking about how there are different minerals that earthbenders can't control, like platinum. There are certain things that earthbenders, or at least, you know what, I take that back, because then Toph had this whole thing about how her kids actually were shitty earthbenders and she could have done that at any point. It would take a very talented, it would take someone Toph's level to figure out how to control bones. But I think because if we're talking about metal, which is Toph's specialty, it's what she invented on her own, she would probably be more likely to realize that there are metal elements in somebody's blood. Think the benders in Avatar would perform in the Naruto universe. Oh, they get their ass beat. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You're putting kids with powers that were forced to fend for themselves against child soldiers who have been, some of them have gone to war at like 8 years old. Itachi Uchiha went to war at like 6 years old. In fact, you could take every well-known bender in the Avatar universe and put them against like prime Itachi Uchiha. Not when he's sick and bullshitting around. You put them against Itachi, no more Avatar. You don't need him. He's dead. Firebenders were the most advanced because they could industrialize. True. The other benders were effective living beings. Firebenders can fight with tanks. Very true. Very true. And they also did a good job of, and this is what a lot of fascist governments do, which is what the Fire Nation was, because they were based off feudal Japan. They made the other nations, particularly the Earth Kingdom, think that they were weaker than they were. So no one ever really had the bravery that Toph did to sit there and be like, can I move this metal bar with my hands? And then the moment Toph figured that out, she was able to train a whole legion of metal benders. So it's not something that is necessarily difficult to learn. There is some natural talent to it. And in that same vein of people like earthbenders not knowing the full extent of their talents, you have freaking lava benders. People who have to figure out on the fly, oh, hey, I can redirect lava. Good, because I need to do that right now. One of my favorite fanfics was about Korra being kidnapped and raised in the Red Lotus, and Story made some awesome backstory. I would actually really like that, because I have a similar thing with Harry Potter fanfictions where Harry's raised by like McGonagall or someone outside of Dumbledore's circle, because I will say I always found it really sleazy that Dumbledore basically was raising Harry as a pig for slaughter. Can I say though, the non-benders are also badass. Oh yeah, chi blockers. Yeah, you need the brain power of Toph to invent something. And the thing is that that's not even really intelligence. That mostly falls in like a self-confidence, charisma, almost wisdom type thing. Because I feel like anyone who's just kind of fucking around could have figured it out, but it's something that you have to be like so bored or desperate that you force yourself to realize this thing. Intuition, that's a better word for it. Thank you, Lilac. It's like all skills. Jimi Hendrix was a trailblazer and redefined guitar playing. Nowadays, many guitarists can do what he did. Yeah, you just need someone to think of it first, and then other people can follow. An example that's easier to follow for gamers is the whole like dance pad craze for Dark Souls. First person that did it sounded wild as hell. And now we have everyone has done it on the dance pad. Some people can do it with one hand. Some people can do it with one finger. Some people can do it with a controller flipped upside down and they're not even in the same room as their TV. It takes one person figuring it out and doing it. And then other humans are like, well, if they can do it, I can do it. Not confident Avatar can beat Kasami. Must let Itachi. Oh, yeah. No. They wouldn't be Kasami. Kasami, that's another thing with some Naruto characters. You never get to see the full extent of what they're capable of. And Kasami was one of them. You couldn't put them against Might Guy. Might doesn't even have any powers. He's just very talented in the kicking of ass. Kakashi, they couldn't beat Kakashi. Damn for sure can't beat Sasuke or Naruto. Even if you separate them, both are fine. Some people made their goldfish beat. I saw that. The second you said it, it didn't click, and I was like, are we thinking of like goldfish, like the cracker? But no, I remember the goldfish thing. Well, a story about Guru Lagma. The air nomad who discovered the void. There's a couple of stories that I think are really worth telling. I mean, obviously Kyoshi is going to be one of the cooler ones. I also think Monk Gyatso would be fun to kind of follow for a short series. Earthbenders are the most versatile as they can bend sand like water and magma and heat, and they'll even bend liquid metal. Yeah, magma, liquid metal, sand benders. That's another thing. That's a skill that people had to figure out because they lived surrounded by sand and they were earthbenders. Well, there ain't no solid earth. What do? You move sand. And Toph is a great show of someone who realizes something can be done and then tries to learn it, because the moment after she lost Appa to the sandbenders, she became very adamant that she was going to learn sandbending. Would she ever need it again? Was she ever going to be in the desert again? Probably not, but she was determined she was going to learn sandbending. And then I'm going to talk to you guys later. There's that whole sequence during like the beach day where they're all hanging out on Fire Island or something. And she just kind of like casually moves her hands and she makes like a miniature bossing say. And it's such a small thing to point out, but it's like she took the time to learn this. I was never a fan of Jiraiya. Jiraiya's an acquired taste. Jiraiya's an acquired taste because he is the pervy sage. He is a creep. But I think it's the moments where you kind of have to... It's the moments with the people who actually grew up with him, like Orochimaru and Tsunade, where you get to see the backstory of him outside of that persona of the pervy sage. And it's really fun. It's always bothered me. To this day, I don't think that Naruto knows that Jiraiya was his godfather and also the man that named him. To this day, I don't think Naruto knows that, because the only person that knew that were Naruto's parents. Ubidi, how you doing? Yeah, Naruto and Sasuke are basically demigods. They are. I don't know what's going on in Boruto. I stopped watching after they did my boy Kurama dirty, so... Oh yeah, glass bending. Let's see. I'm just really not that into like the upgrades here. I know Spade tried to explain it to me, and there's a purpose for upgrading, but like I feel like I can find better legendary stuff. Not go out of their way to make Itachi the hero after the reveal and let the audience decide. Because he still did commit a genocide. I really enjoyed it because the storytelling leading up to it was so well done. Everything about Itachi's story, like, yeah, he killed his entire family except his little brother. Like, yeah, he did do that. But the way the story is told and the progression and just the little bits of Itachi that you get throughout the series before he comes face to face with Sasuke, and then Madara explains the whole backstory to Sasuke about what happened. It is extremely well done, and you can't deny that, you know, Itachi did terrible things, but he was also a child soldier that completely lacked empathy. I think Itachi was the youngest person the Leaf Village ever sent onto the battlefield. I think he was like 6 years old during the Shinobi War. So they sent him out, and then he comes back from the war. He kills a shit ton of people at 6 years old. They bring him back. They make him part of Anbu. He's one of the youngest Anbu captains to ever exist. He is a child soldier. He literally knows nothing else in life other than I love my brother and I do as I'm told. He basically in a lot of ways is a robot. He doesn't know any better. He gives me very Jaime Lannister vibes because one of I will never forgive Game of Thrones for messing up Jaime's character, because he has one of the best lines of dialogue in the entire franchise when he's in the bath with Brienne and she's like calling him out on being an oath breaker, and he said, oh, they'll make you swear and swear, like you have to protect the innocent and you have to protect the king and then you have to obey your father, but what do you do when your father doesn't like the king and XYZ? And that's very much Itachi's situation. You have to obey your family and then you have to obey the Leaf Village, but what do you do when the two don't like each other and when your family's planning a coup, and if you don't kill your family, the entire village is going to collapse on itself in a power vacuum? It's this... He's a very interesting character. He's definitely my favorite villain of the franchise. And he doesn't even really count as a villain. His arc still hurts just from writing drop. Oh, yes, just from the drop off of the writing. And you can tell how much he loves Sasuke too, because, oh, it was that whole moment that after Sasuke was kidnapped. Was he kidnapped and taken to Orochimaru, or almost taken to Orochimaru? No, he was bitten during the Jonin trials. That is what happened. He was bitten by Orochimaru during the Jonin trials. Chonin trials. They weren't Jonin at the time. They were training to be Chonin. And Itachi heard about it, and Itachi knew that Orochimaru wanted Sasuke, and that is when Itachi and Kasami roll up to the Leaf Village and just present themselves. They just are there. They don't cause any harm. They don't hurt anybody. They're just there. And Itachi is just making it known, hey, I'm still alive. I left the village standing because we came to an agreement that you would protect my little brother no matter what, and that you would let him believe that I am the monster he thinks I am. That way he can kill me and feel better about himself. And when the Leaf Village didn't hold up their side of the contract and Sasuke almost got taken during the exams, Itachi showed up and was like, okay, it's time to remind them that I can kill all of them. I want to pet this dog. I love this dog. Yes, Jaime has some of the best dialogue scenes. And it just, they threw it all away there at the end. They threw it all away there at the end. He was doing so well. He was growing up. He was realizing that he was his own person outside of Cersei. And then right there at the end, they're like, psych. Do you like the Pain arc? Yes. Yes, I do like the Pain arc. I like what the Pain arc gave us. I do, because that is when we got fully fleshed out Toad Sage Naruto, and that's one of the coolest moments in the franchise, is the entire village getting demolished by what did he call it? The something push, divine push or something. And then them just calling out to Naruto, and bam, there he is, and he looks like the perfect mixture of Jiraiya and Minato. I do like the Pain arc a lot. Almighty push, that is what it is. How can I forget when literally that audio is used for like so many different things, the almighty push. I like it. I do like it. And I also like that it's rough, because that is also the arc that established Naruto as the chosen one. So before, oh, all of my screens went away. Before that, it was kind of easy to believe that maybe Naruto was kind of a victim of circumstance, because we really didn't know too much at the time about how the Nine-Tailed got sealed within him. And it started to come together over time about this prophecy of this person with the, was it the Marinkyu Sharingan? No, that's not what that's called. The purple rings or something different. It was something about that kid's eyes that made the Jiraiya Tsunade and the Rinnegan. Yeah, it was something about that kid's eyes and a prophecy that they had heard, or like an old myth that the Rinnegan was the sign of, I think, a great leader or a great savior or something, and that is why Jiraiya Tsunade and Orochimaru stuck around. And then when Jiraiya realized, oh, this isn't the wrong kid, he just packed up and left those 3 kids in the middle of a war-torn country. And I'm like, well, no wonder they fucking hate you. I mean, yeah, you know what, Van? That's what I was getting to. I did not like the fighting in the Pain arc. You right about that. I did not like the fighting in the Pain arc. I feel like the fighting, obviously, in the, like, Itachi arc was extremely good. I forget exactly what we call that arc, because there were so many different things happening at once, because Sasuke was on his journey, Naruto was off doing his own thing with the training, and then there were so many other things happening at that one time. That was definitely a point where battles kind of took a back seat, because storytelling and getting you to understand more about the world of Naruto was a little bit more important. Yeah, this is why I'm never allowed to talk about Naruto during stream, because I like it too much. I like it too much. I'm telling y'all, if I ever find Funko makes a massive Funko Pop that is Kurama, it's about, wait, where's my Groot? Oh, he's over there wearing his commit tax fraud hat. They make a really big Kurama, and I think it's so cute. Fan of Naruto Sasuke called Almighty Push. Okay. Was it spicy, or was it just, I'm just asking. As long as they're aged up, it's all good. That was another thing that kind of like, it trained me very quickly in the ways of fan fiction, because I was always such a big fan of anime. I realized that finding fan fictions where you know the characters are aged up is very important to me. It's very important to me. Oh, adult Hokage Naruto. I respect that. I do. Okay, this will be the very last thing I say about this, because now we're talking about gay Naruto and Sasuke. You cannot in a million years convince me that Sasuke is straight. You cannot in a million years convince me that he is not in love with Naruto. Naruto's bisexual, easily. He still loves Sasuke, but Naruto's bisexual. Sasuke is Naruto sexual. End of discussion. I do not care that him and Sakura had a child together. No, because I can tell you exactly what happened. He realized that he needed an heir to Clan Uchiha, and he took Sakura and carried her over to Orochimaru's lab and just dropped her on the floor and was like, artificially impregnate her, please. And you know what? They did. They went along with it. I refuse to believe that man has ever had sex with Sakura. I refuse it. I refuse to believe it. I am so convinced that when he was ready to have an heir to Clan Uchiha, they went to Orochimaru. But that is a topic for another day, because then I'll get into how much I hate Boruto, because why is everyone a bad parent except for Orochimaru? How does that make sense to anyone that Orochimaru was like the one parent who's a good parent but also inclusive as fuck? Naruto box set, finally watch it. Well, you can watch most of it for free, Mir. Yeah, you can watch. I'm trying to remember where I watched it. Oh, you know what, Mir? I rewatched all of it before a bunch of the anime websites got bought up. So I really don't know. I can look into it. Rescuing Sasuke arc. Lots of character development there. True. Find it funny your Dragon Age character is just standing there thinking about anime. She is. She's simple-minded. Kasami's not gay for Itachi. Kasami's definitely one of those, he wants to test his mettle against anything that seems stronger than him. So his obsession with Itachi, actually there's a moment where they hint at Itachi's sickness where Kasami says something along the lines of, I don't want to fight you because it would prove nothing to me because you're already weak. It's very much a throwaway line at one point when they're hanging out, and you don't think anything of it until you realize that Itachi's dying. He's dying. Also, after the way Sasuke treated Sakura, how are they together in the end? It blows my mind because not only how Sasuke treated Sakura, but also I'm gonna need Hinata. I'm gonna need both Hinata and Sakura to stand the fuck up. Like, just stand up, both of you. I don't like either character for pining after these two gay men as much as they did. I'm tired. Make it make sense. Charlie beat. Is this gourmet food? Are those crystals that look like dye? Are they gummies? Are they gummies? Are those gummies? Wait. Okay. I think we're good. This was just the one. Sweet. Oh no, they should make them gummy. Don't eat them. Lies. Gay ships, Guy, Kakashi, Sakura, Inu, Madara and Hashirama, 100%. Ino, I think I like Ino with Sai too much. Like, I definitely think Ino is bisexual, but Ino and Sai are they're actually the only married couple in Boruto that I think has a healthy marriage, which is wild. Ever know what type of disease Itachi had? Oh yes, it's largely from the Sharingan. So because the eyes that Itachi uses are not his own, so everyone saw it. Itachi does not have his own eyes. He was given the eyes of his cousin Shisui because Shisui actually was the strongest member of the family, and then Lord Danzo's people and Root and all them tried to take out Shisui because they wanted his Sharingan. So Shisui killed himself in front of Itachi. That triggered the Marinko Sharingan, and Itachi basically had to surgically implant his cousin's eyes into his body, like on the fly. It was crazy the way that it's the same reason that Kakashi gets really sick when he uses the Sharingan, because he's also using Obito's other eye. Essentially, if it's not your eye, don't use it. That's apparently the whole point of the Sharingans. If it's not your eye, don't use it. You're gonna get sick. Don't use other people's eyes. Never really get into Naruto? You gotta get the baby into Naruto. You do. It's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. The baby will be a nerd. He'll have friends forever. Alrighty, O's peoples. I'm going to send you guys over to Terran Rogue. Terran is doing a new game plus of Lies of P, so she's going to be getting lore that I did not originally have, so I'm probably going to hang out for a little while. Ooh, I need to post that Tomb Raider episode if YouTube allows me to. We shall see how that goes. Also, I am still playing Astrobot, so I am probably just gonna go to bed tonight though and not worry about staying up till 3 a.m. so I'll play Astrobot tomorrow. But have a very good night, everybody. Oh, and I finally got episode 3 back. I say finally, Eric works very, very quickly. The pause on Rebirth content has all been my fault because I've just been very disorganized. Oh, that's the wrong screen. Hi guys, you can see Terran. I finally got the episode 3 of Rebirth back, and I'm going to be giving him the other episodes along with my Indiana Jones reaction. So when I heard half the story from Sin on Naruto already, yeah, but there's more. There's more. I love that one random ban mirror. I love it. Yes, I am in total agreement. Not that they would ever show up here, but yeah, you're right about that. Okay. Have a great night, everybody. I will see you guys. I will not see you on Friday. Remember, I'm going to be with family on Friday. We're going to do a long stream Saturday morning starting at 10:30. Have a great time with Taryn, everyone. I'll see you guys on Saturday.